Tim. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. So we just had the CPI. It came in lower than expected. We weren't really expecting much. It came in lower than expected. We weren't, but we are right back to dealing with trade. Trump right now is live. I'm going to play it. He is with the Saudi Crown Prince.
Training, support services.
So we heard a little bit about chips already this morning in it, but you're going to hear a little bit more. And then China, they eased up on Boeing. And then you're going to get earnings in Powell later in the week. But for now, the FOMO zone and everything else is holding. But yeah, here is the Saudi meeting right now. So we've already gone over plays. Feel free. We got about 9 minutes, so we're early because of the CPI. Post any plays. I'm going to let this run. I'm going to go to the bathroom and get ready to start the day. And if you haven't watched yesterday's watch list, I would watch it.
Next, protocol amending the air transport agreement between the government of Saudi Arabia and the government of the United States of America.
بعد ذلك مذكرة تفاهم للتعاون بين
المعهد
الوطني لأبحاث الصحة في المملكة والمعهد الوطني للحساسية والأمراض المعدية في الولايات الأمريكية.
He's in my head. Yeah, bro. It's weird. I thought I was going to do like a fake translation. I'm like, wait, I know what he's saying.
The National Institute for Health Research in Saudi Arabia and the U.S. National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases on medical
Yeah. He says you're a bitch if you don't have a long term. He said that. I speak the language.
اتفاقية تعاون
كلم عربي. كلم شوية افهم كويس.
العلا ومؤسسة سميثسونيان من خلال المعهد الوطني لحديقة الحيوان وعلم الأحياء للمحافظة على البيئة.
Cooperation agreement between the Royal Commission for Al-Ula and the Smithsonian Institute National Zoo and Conservation Biology Institute.
اتفاقية أخرى اتفاقية تعاون بين الهيئة الملكية لمحافظة العلا ومؤسسة سميثسونيان من خلال المتحف الوطني للفنون الآسيوية.
And last but not least, cooperation agreement between the Royal Commission for Al-Ula and the Smithsonian Institute National Museum of Asian Arts.
ليس هذا فحسب، بل الشراكة الاستراتيجية التي استمرت لعقود طويلة ستمتد بتوقيع المزيد من الاتفاقيات ومذكرات التفاهم في المنتدى الاستثماري السعودي الأمريكي، راجين للبلدين شراكة مستدامة ومستقبل مزدهر.
Tahir, this decades-long strategic partnership will continue with more signings of agreements and memoranda of understanding at the Saudi-US Investment Forum. In closing, we wish both nations a fruitful partnership and a prosperous future. Thank you.
This is going to be weird. I don't remember. It was a weird day the last time we had a big event into the market bell. So this is a little different, you guys. You know, think about it. We're about to open up the day and start, but you literally now have... Yeah, I say, Josh. I say, all you Trump supporters go eat up. I don't give up. I'm your best president in the f***ing world. This is my f***ing market. Tell Donald he can shut the... So yeah, like I told you though, this is gonna be it's a weird day. But then again, they already ended it. So we got about 5 minutes until the bell now. Yeah, that's it. So they're wrapping up. You didn't really get any headlines. Again, you got some of them in the morning. So we'll see where that takes us. But Chad, you got about 5 minutes until the bell, baby. 5 minutes until the bell. So yeah, what are you guys gonna be watching? I'm gonna only be looking at a couple of plays. Again, Boeing, K-Web. I think all of that will make your life easier. We talked a little bit about crypto as well, but we'll see where it all leads us. But yeah, first play of the day, baby. Oh, I already see them. MLGO, Gold, Humana, Coca-Cola, Pizza, Meta, TLT, Nvidia, Boeing, IBIT with Time, Tesla, Twas a Nothing Baga, UVXY Put, Amazon, Palantir, LT, Weekly Spy Call, Sell Puts on TTD, Pizza, Chips, Long-Term, Coin, Nvidia, Coin, S&P Inclusion, Eli Lilly again, Coin, Tesla, Bull, KR Put, MSTR, Pizza, Boeing, Pizza, Gold Puts, ASTS, Snake, some Coin Calls, Pepsi for the Wife, Long-Term, LT Deposit, SoFi Call, Spy, Tesla, GME, Cash in TTL, TLT, Buffett style, Nvidia, Buffett style, dude, save for the next UPS, Tesla, Boeing, long-term, HCWB going crazy. What's this? And the final plays. Hood long. Watching pizza calls on the long term. And gold puts. Oh, man. And yo, Robin Hood. Who the motherfuckers in Robin Hood who follow me but hate to acknowledge it. So I know where you work, motherfucker. It's okay. Listen, one of the Chads kept tweeting me because you guys locked his account out. I retweeted it, so if you guys could give him his money back, that'd be nice. I'm rich and I had trouble trying to transfer out a while ago, but that's different. But yeah, help homeboy out, Robin Hood. Okay, thank you. I told him. He was like, "You have any pull at Robin Hood, Josh?" I said no, but I'm loud and I could give you a retweet. That's the best I could do, bro. That's the best I could do. But yeah, so I know they in here, but yeah, I hope that message worked. But other than that, get ready, Chad. We got about 3 minutes. Call out any plays. If you have any questions, now is the time to ask. There is no Chad NFT, but E-Break Jake he's been lobbying for the Chad NFT for a while. I don't know, man. I kind of wish we could bring NFTs back. I kind of miss those days. But I feel like NFT, does it have the juice anymore? I feel like people would vomit when they hear that. Yeah, we dead, right? Yeah. I wish we could bring it back, bro. It'd be nice. I thought we were all going to have digital art in our house. That's it. The paintings still work. I saw Gary on Gary Vaynerchuk on Bloomberg the other day. That surprised me. I'm like, what? That's crazy. You got a Robin Hood commercial right after that? No, Robin, no, but like, yo, give homie his money back, okay? That's it. Come on, man. Come on. But other than that, I think we're good. Thoughts on donut? I don't like Krispy Kreme. I wouldn't even let my kids eat it if I had kids. You know that? Do you know how many calories are in a Krispy Kreme donut? So I didn't like their IPO, but even for the long term, I don't think that's when I was a kid, I thought it was a bad idea. It's just not sustainable. Unfortunately, it does taste very good. Oh, dude, I had a weird dream last night. We have a minute and a half. Is this a good time to tell you guys my dream, or should I just save it? Because I had a really weird dream, bro. Bro, I vividly woke up and I was like, what? Dude, I had a dream that I was a spy, right? I wrote this down because I didn't want to forget it. Yeah, that just reminded me. Are you ready? I was a spy and then I got exposed. You know why? Because Trish Paytas called me out on Twitter. And Trish Paytas exposed me being a secret spy, so I called her a heifer. This was my dream last night. It was weird. I was a sleeper agent, and then I was like, oh shit, and then I got exposed by Trish Paytas, and then I got mad and I started calling her a heifer on Twitter. That was my dream, bro. That's what I woke up to this morning. So yeah, but other than that, I thought I'd share that with you, and I do hope you have a good day. So other than that, 1 minute till the bell. Let's have a good one, and God bless America. Thank you to the veterans, and yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a wild 7 hours, bro. It's going to be a wild 7 hours. That was a real... It made me laugh too, bro. I woke up tripping. I was like, what? I was like, alrighty there, bro. All right. Good morning. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burp! Round 1. Fight. All right, Chattadonia. Let's see where we're at. I'm going shopping to find a play. I hope that the play ends up okay. Sorry. I like to sing to myself. Okay. I'm going to give it a second. I have a couple. Or we could wait. So there's going to be a set of plays in the morning. Oh, yeah. Watch UNH, too. Hold up. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's the other one off the morning. They're just down a shit ton. So UNH could either really, really get clobbered or it's going to come back up. Did I get filled? No, not on all of them. Okay, I did get filled. And then I gotta go for the others. Okay, I did one play already. Oh, we gotta take off the wire. All right, Apple down, pizza, SPY's damn. Dow is actually red. SPY and NASDAQ barely green. Again, SPY is barely green right now. Again, Coinbase got added to the S&P. I don't know if you guys realize that's crazy. Like, that's actually like really big news when it's all said and done. Okay. I'm putting those on that one. Oh, Boeing? Okay. Yeah, Coinbase is going to be insane. Remember, we have Nvidias, too. So we had those free ones. Those are, oh, shit. And then, bro, even, I forgot, HIMS. We had a HIMS play as well. We got nothing. But, yeah, HIMS is gapping up. I think that's just the spreads. But, yeah, the Nvidias are crazy. So the Nvidias are up 300%? Holy fuck. Yeah, I didn't know that. So remember, we made them free at like 70%, but I think they're in the money. Yeah, I'm almost in the money on a bunch of Nvidias. So we'll see how that plays out. I do kind of want to make them halfway free. I already made them free, but I'm going to sell half again because they're still worth a shit ton. And then Disney on the high, TEM. You guys were just saying Boeing. I'm waiting for a little bit. And then BABA, again, China plays. Remember, China was actually really, really chilling. And then I don't know if UNH, Oklo, Chad saying Boeing. I actually haven't sold out yet. Okay, now I did. Okay, oh my gosh, they just doubled it! Ah, that's great. I got a really good fill on that. But I sold half of my Nvidias. Yeah, but that's 300, bro. Lunar up 25. All right, well, thank you, Nvidia. First Solar going up. Again, one of them got a bunch of downgrades. Remember GSAT and SATs yesterday? I just saw that one on the high ticker. Again, you're going to have an Airbnb event. I don't know what that'll do. Melt up. SMCI. Is Coinbase still up? And then MSTR is down. And then Amazon's ripping. Whoa, high ticker has a bunch. Dude, Amazon, TSM. It's kind of crazy. You can't really see it. And we're only up a 1/10%. NASDAQ is up by a half. But there's a lot of names moving on the high ticker. Again, SMR. I sold out of the Intels. Oh, no. Do I have one? I sold one set. Oh, no. I do have a set of old ones coming back. Yeah, but I sold that one set yesterday. That was a really good one. And Nvidia is still up. Yeah, Amazon and a couple of other ones. NVO. We got our UNH. Well, like I've been saying it, UNH I view it exactly like Humana, but they were just the better one. That's it. But now if they start doing bad, that is your risk. So we talked about it there, but again, I mean, I bought Humana for a reason. But yeah, UNH is good, but I'm not really advocating that one. So, you know, some of you have kind of worded it like again, I bought Humana. You know, I've always respected UNH, but kind of like it reminds me of like CVS and Walgreens. I've always said that. It's exactly the same shit. All right, there's Coinbase now. Robinhood. EU Domic says EU negative tariffs negatively affect outlook for 2025. Amazonian, Roblo, First Solar, bro, and Net. Okay, there's Reddit on the high. Yeah, again, remember CVS was part of the stuff yesterday. Yeah, NVO's doing great, but now they got washed. You already know. Daily dose. I'll take it, bro. Thank you. Let's go. Trump admin says it will terminate another $450 million grant to Harvard. Yeah, coin, bro, to the S&P. I'm seeing there's actually, honestly, some of those plays didn't actually go that nuts. And then UNH, I think they stopped moving. Yeah, UNH is staying chilled. SMCI on the high. AES. And then where is it? Apple. Yeah, Apple's chilling. Walmart on the high now, too. So see if they start moving again. Their earnings are on Thursday. Google, I mean, they just had that little pop end of the day yesterday. So, honestly, I think they're still in that range. Yeah, if you remember that. But they're kind of chilling. Mag 7, not too hot, even though NASDAQ is leading. Amazon's on fire. There's Robinhood now. So, again, Robinhood's kind of been going hand in hand with Coinbase today. Hood. Palantir. Core Weave, too. I forgot about that one. And then now Meta's playing along. So, again, it's 50-50 right now. At least that's what it looks like on the high-low ticker. I'll get you guys accurate numbers in a little, but you're still holding up. It's a very gentle melt up, only 0.25%. But you got like half the big tech moving, half coming down. Nvidia was guttered for a while. Damn, the plays are up even more. But yeah, so the free plays, remember we played it last week on some news, got like 70 to 100%, made it free, but those have gone up now. So like, yeah, the premiums, this was the day they're moving. It's the day that the preems are made, I will long term. Yeah, Core Weave's still going. Again, that was a big one from yesterday. And then Toast on the high, that's another post earnings. Uber still at 52-week highs and climbing. Intel is waking up, yeah. Should watch out for that one. Kids, NRG, all right, low ticker started to slow down. Gold is on the low. So, again, we have kind of rallied anytime gold went down. There's Airbnb going up. Yeah, HIMS is up 10%? Oh, shit, it was up 5% last time. So yeah, they're running up there. And that's actually stands out. I thought they were going to trail with CVS. So they're kind of doing their own thing there. SMCI, I'm seeing them move. Now Meta, bigger candle, bigger volume at the high. Again, watch gold as it goes lower than Amazon. That's been hard to ignore right now. By TLT. Don't overthink it. Just, there's a lot of people's thoughts and ideas and supply and vigilantes and whatever. But like we said, if it breaks out here, danger zone. Just like the beginning of the year. So it's going to free up the market, but give it 1 or 2 more days. We're either going to freak out again or bounce. But don't let it rack your brain too much. But it's still the same mentality that got us here with bonds and the outlook. Dude, Nvidia. Bro! Those are still good. I'm going to ride the rest of them, but my goodness. There's Lunar. Does the SPX have a hard wall? No, this is the FOMO zone. Like, again, we're already above it. Isn't that crazy how I told you guys the 45 and we closed there? But this level is you go back in time. This is just a really key support level just over the last couple of months. So anything above here, we're now back to beginning of the year levels. This is what I was trying to explain. Look, you're back to where we chilled right after the election. You guys remember that? That's it. So from the election till today, the SPY is practically unchanged. So that's why this level is so important. So there might be a lot of support or resistance, and you might start seeing big sells and all that. But all that matters is whether or not we're staying here or not. But yeah, you're practically, 8 months later now, you're still in the same exact spot. Oh, Boeing, Habibi. Do I have any Boeings? Yeah, I do. We had the free Boeings from last week. They're still up 200%. Habibi. Well, when was the last time Boeing was even up here, bro? Yeah, Boeing's either going to go to 207 or it's going to stop here. I think I'm going to sell those, honestly. I'm going to sell the free Boeings. They're mad free. We made a lot on those last week. I just have 10 free ones, but they're still worth a decent amount of money. I'm going to sell those about 280%. They expire, but I like Boeing. I'm just going to reposition on Boeing. Sorry, Bradley. Okay, there's Meta coming down. And I started off the morning. I started off one small play, and then I took profits on the Nvidias. Oh, yeah, I have Intels that came up. Oh, that's Sats, you guys. Holy shit. You guys know the Sats play is still up 1,000%? I forgot. I have one free one. Yeah, worth $100 right now. Yeah, that one. I totally forgot about that play. That was a banger yesterday. Yeah, Intel's going up. So we'll see. And SPY holding, every time you're getting a little red candle, it's been there. Free Boeing. I had free contracts, so I made the play last week. I already got back my initial investment, and I already sold off enough to get my money back plus a profit. So those contracts were just sitting there. I didn't really care about them, but they were worth a couple $100, so I just took the money right now. News on Hertz is just earnings, just this morning. All-time high. I have not looked at the long term. I don't know why Google broke down. Again, they got a little bit of outsized response yesterday, but I don't think it's any. Oh, there was the Pinterest stuff this morning, but then that really affected Pinterest more than them. Okay, and then SPY still dancing around, bro. Nvidia. So Nvidia is leading you right now because I swear the equal weight is down. Because this just feels like Nvidia. Yeah, bro. Equal weight's only up by 0.17. So it's still doing good, and then SPY's up by 0.29. But yeah, Nvidia is just taking you home right now. So this place opens up 400 now. So premiums are hitting. And then Pinduoduo. Again, those Sats plays are still up a ton. And then old Intels, there's one set that came back. Okay, UNH dumping even more. Again, CEO resigned and they cut guidance. Archer? Oh, yeah, you guys were asking me about that one yesterday. Did it do good? Boeing and Uber. I just got rid of some Boeing, so good luck. But yeah, 207 is the next level. If it gets past 207, it's going to go to 213, which will be insane. But I don't know if it has it in there. So watch out or get ready. Intels are going up. So watch out, though. That's why I either want to sell those or hold. But there's one set of Intels that came back. I forgot I even had those. Would I add UNH? If you want to, again, people keep asking me this. I encourage you to listen. I like Humana. So I think Humana and UNH are exactly the same. They have different businesses and who they reach. But when we bought Humana, I bought it because UNH and other names are up a lot, right? But now they're all kind of suffering. So look at the correlation between UNH and Humana. You're pretty much buying a healthcare stock. So if you didn't want to buy them, I don't know why you'd want it now, but then if you did want them, then yeah. But you got to look at it. But I like Humana, but it's kind of weird where I keep it. This is the second time today, so and I'm not mad at any of you guys, but I am going to start ranting if you make me repeat something. Does that mean? So that's what it's. Like Woody in Toy Story 2. So after I answer something very clearly, and then you guys ask me because you were unprepared and you did not listen, I'm just gonna rant again like a Woody doll. You pull the string, and now I have to start reprimanding you, and then I have to start explaining it all, and then going through all of it. So, but yes, this is a topic that has been discussed several times already this morning, but I don't think it's that difficult. I think you make your decision up, and you look at what you are buying. Again, it's Humana versus UNH and healthcare. You got to look at it and ask yourself why you want it or not. And if this is a good deal, take it. Open Door is a really bad company. That's why they've lost a lot of money, and their model is very odd. Yo, airlines are rocketing up right now. UAL and Delta. Bitcoin. Coin. KHC dying. Uber too. Yeah, Uber and Bowen. GIS investigation. Oh, that's why Homeboy was saying Kraft is dropping. So that's probably what it is. Well, yeah, you're getting General Mills. Which one moves more? It's down 1-4. Yeah, watch General Mills. They're all kind of going down. I don't know if it's all staples or not. Then you got Capital One and Discover. So, yeah, watch. And then Crowd is going crazy. Yo, why did Crowd just pop? Yeah, Google's killing it. Again, Palo Alto, cyber plays are all going up, and Hack. The whole ETF. So literally, Palo Alto, cyber, they all just went nuts right now. And they're still kind of going. They're all kind of looking good. Nvidia's still climbing. My goodness. Yeah, damn. A lot of the cyber plays, the premiums are crazy, but they're all moving. Watch cyber right now, too. Again, Palo Alto, Crowd, even Hack ETF. Tesla running. Let's see. Okay, SPY's even right back up to the high. And then there is Uber. So like I said, watch out for those. I put out stream alerts on the General Mills stuff and even Cyber Watch because something's going on. Again, no plays on those yet, but yeah, be on the lookout. Tesla. Okay. To the Nvidias. Again, even the Sats, riding those out. I'm surprised even Intel. But yeah, all the same ones. Okay, Palo Alto again. I would like a cyber play. They're just all expensive. But yeah, if people start getting excited on that. Again, Bitcoin's is like right where you opened up at, so see if those start moving. But now big tech playing along. Bro, NASDAQ's up 3/4. You have an outsized impact because of your boy Nvidia and Meta, but otherwise Dow is still down, and then SPY and Russell about 3-4 working their way up. And then there's Uber, there's SPY. What the fuck? And then Abbott now, big red, a decent one. Again, there. I swear there's some investigation or there's some shit just circling around. But like random healthcare, random staple plays are just getting hit on the head. And again, remember that if people do sell staples and try to go into equities, that could also be rotation. But I can't tell right now. But yeah, that's another one just getting knocked off. Meanwhile, we're like gently going up. You're up by 0.3, 5864. What's the next level? Isn't it like 72? Shit, bro. Yeah, 71. 71, 72 is the next level. And then 5884. And then like 5937. But yeah, either way, anything above here, little by little, you inch into more FOMO. Understand that. The higher it goes from here, every little tick up gets more and more uncomfortable. I hope you realize that because people are heavily under position. Okay, Verizon, AT&T now. So another set of outperformer staplers going down again. And then NEE, that's another energy company. Nextera, I saw the other one up too. What's going on with that one? Nextera. Again, Energy Transfer and another one. Then you got Coinbase and Pinterest. Check NEE out. Okay, Coins is popping. I think all of the crypto might start to go. FDA initiates comprehensive review of nutrients in infant formula. Oh, that's Abbott. So yeah, Abbott is on FDA, so that is an investigation. SPY still holding. Again, you got Pinterest, Coinbase, a couple of others moving. SPY trying to go. Whatever NEE, I've seen 2 other energy plays run, and that's about it. Who was the other one? Yeah, I'm sure there's a little bit of short cover. Dude, Nvidia. What the? Dude, this is crazy. So yeah, those plays are in the money now, but a little bit more than 400 now. But now you got Meta going up, SPY. So you do have a couple of underperformers, but you do have some big tech that is starting to add to the margin on this, on the upside. Yeah, so if Google goes, I mean, Microsoft already started moving. Microsoft just went green. Amazon was already there. You just need Google. Again, Amazon's up 2.3, and Meta and Nvidia are killing it. Nvidia's up 3.5. So equal weight's still doing good, but Mag 7 is adding a little bit more of the wind. Pepsi below 130. Yeah. Who's the other one? General Mills and KHC. They're still going down, bro. Something's going on there. I don't know. And then you have Abbott. You might hear from RFK today, but think all these staples, healthcare plays, we're just getting a lot of random movements. But again, there is a portion of rotation in there. Oh, maybe China agriculture. I don't know what it is, or RFK. I have no idea, but they're all trading weird. ICCT, that might be your small cap runner for the day, up 150. SPY going higher. So again, 80 something is our next level, 82 on the SPX. So yeah, if you're at 58.65, 82 will be the next level, then like 96 and then 5937. As wild as that sounds. But again, like I told you, every tick up from now, whether it's led by Mag 7 or not, it gets uncomfortable. You are in the FOMO zone now. This is where it will start to feel like the most hated rally, but play the x-axis. Yeah, bonds are dead, but I think you got one more day. Just again, or once they break the low of the year, then we'll start to change the tune. Oracle on the high, Musk about to go live on CNBC.
Oh well, yeah. So like, I just Josh is on YouTube. So I want to go on CNBC to tell everybody that we need to save money, and the government is wasteful spending, and I'm here to stop the wasteful spending. So if you could give me tax EV credit, I'll stop the wasteful spending. But I gotta get back to Tesla. But I still love Donald Trump. So thank you, and yeah, Grok is so funny. Thank you. Okay, yeah.
Thank you. That is my rendition of Elon Musk. Thank you. Okay, you're going. Crypto's starting to play along now. So be on the look. Sky W? I guess not MSTR, but like the other Bitcoin plays and then Coinbase. They're all still going. Intel now as well. Bro, Nvidia is insane. So that's it, bro. You had a good play on a lot of those. Ilama. Sorry, I had to. TLN again, and Talon. Another energy, bro. Oh, dude, this has to be Saudis. I know we already heard a little bit, but bro, random energy plays and then random staple and food plays going down, and then chips and mega cap tech are leading. Actually, we have 2 more minutes, and I'll get you guys the recap. Ilama. So 2 more minutes, we'll get a market checkup. Do you feel the FOMO highs, or how do you guys feel right now? Not bad. Do you feel it? Or you got a long term? But yeah, I mean, I think it gets uncomfortable. We don't really have much data. I think my long term's still down. I'm down $100 right now on the long term. Come on, Meta. Come on. There's Nvidia. U.S. President Trump announces 600 billion Saudi investment. I thought they were saying 2. And then China Finance Ministry to adjust tariff rates on goods on May 14th. So now we're getting an update from China, a date on the lowering, and then 600 billion from the Saudis. Bro, cybersecurity is still going. Oh, I feel like I've already made too many plays today. And then I think you can make your life easier. Just focus on the crypto. But yeah, bro, a lot of these are going. There's so many random ones now. And now all of the like little call outs, either the ones to the downside or the ones to the upside. Vuzi, Dell, AVPT. Saudi Arabian Data Vault will move forward with 20 billion investment in AI data centers and energy infrastructure. So there you go. That's why NEE and all of those energy plays, that was it. And then UNH selling off more. So yeah, literally it's AI investment. Watch Oklo SMR, anything related to U.S. energy infrastructure. Oh, like VST, honestly, those are moving more. VST, NEE, and then SPY still going now. Microsoft, again, they just went green. Meta, Nvidia are your leaders. Again, VST is really, really running off that. China Finance Ministry to reduce the 34% tariffs to U.S. goods to 10. So now you're getting another follow-up from China, positive. Same news, but they're actually taking steps forward with it. So again, they're announcing how the tariffs will be lowered. And then again, VST on the Saudi news for the investments. Small cap? I mean, just all depends. Small cap's kind of leading. There's Tesla now. Oh, shit. Bruh. I know Elon's live right now, but what is this? Why do I feel like Elon is probably Saudi to invest $600 billion in a fact sheet?
This morning, let's get to Eamon Javers. He is
a big pop on Elon.
Headlines as we, of course,
or Tesla. I call it Elon.
The president's remarks at this forum. Eamon.
Yeah, David, the president running a little bit behind in Saudi Arabia, so we don't know exactly when that will start. Meantime, the White House has just put out a list of big business deals it's inking as part of this overall trip.
Yeah, bro, Tesla's just popped up
to about $600 billion.
I have no idea what it is.
In investment.
Again, IBM now, Citi. IBM could be an infrastructure one.
DataVolt is moving forward with plans to invest $20 billion in
Chinese
AI
finance
centers,
minister.
Google, DataVolt, Oracle,
oh, shit.
Salesforce, AMD.
Yo, to cancel additional tariffs imposed on U.S. products under 2 later rounds of measures. So, yeah, there's going to be a phase 2 of the China deal. But they're talking about canceling even more. I don't know if that's new or old info, but that's coming in now. Literally, China finance minister cancel additional tariffs imposed on U.S. products under 2 later rounds of measures. China's finance minister to pause the 24% tariff rate on U.S. goods for 90 days. Okay, Uber, Jets, Boeing, AMD, more chip plays, and then Tesla had that pop. Now Intel and Shopify and everything. So yeah, you're still melting up. Welcome to the FOMO highs, but now you got a different set moving. U.S. companies, Jacobs, Parson, and AECOM are building key infrastructure projects. Oh, well, there it is. Jacobs. J. Is that them or is Jacobs Parsons different? And then IECOM are building key infrastructure plants. AECOM. Includes exports, GE Vernova gas turbines totaling $14 billion and Boeing 737s totaling $4 billion. So yeah, Boeing, I sold out too early. Boeing's getting $4 billion from the Saudis. And then again, GE Vernova, they're going to get a deal, and then Jacobs, but I don't know if it's the same company. But literally, I don't know if Jacobs is the same J, the one that I put up every time. But it might be. But other than AECOM, whatever one that one is. Yeah, wait, it's a ticker. ACM. So I think ACM, J, and who was the other one? GE Vernova, GEV. So yeah, watch out. Jacobs and Parsons are in bed together. Is it the same one? Is it the same Jacobs Solutions? All right. Well, SPY's just chilling. There's Tesla now, round 2. Contracts are like, they lag. Once Tesla comes down, the contracts lag, and then it pops. So you had a window right there to snag them, but then they went up again. Now just holding the initial 10, 20 it had prior. So yeah, AECOM, Jacobs, GE Vernova. These are the ones that we... And then India now on the high. What's this, Habibi? MSTR. Well, you don't need to post your plays, brother. Remember, that's kind of been our new thing. So don't flex it. You can pay the plug if you like, but yeah, that way you don't need to get in the way. SPY going up. None of them have volume. So like Jacobs, AECOM, I think GE Vernova is the only one. Okay, you guys know what's next, right? So look at everything we called out this morning that we noticed moving. We got a headline. So who's the other one now? Pop quiz, mother, in real time. I won't make you wait. Cyber, just be on the watch for that. No, we got the energy, we got the other ones, but now cyber stocks, whatever's happening there, we've been watching them move, but I haven't gotten an announcement. So there's Tesla now. SPY's still working its way up, my friends. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's Tesla. Okay, there's GE. Who's the other guy? See, crypto. Crypto's at the bottom, bro. They're not doing as good. Then there's USO, oil. And there was Nextera. Was any of the nuclear plays. Airbnb has an event. They were just doing good. And then Tesla, bro, just took off. Oh, I whiffed on those. I wanted that. I see you, baby. Thank you, Josh and Charles. Good morning. Good morning. That's what I'm saying. Crowd, Palo Alto. We got everything but the cyber part now. I guess we haven't heard about Staples, but then, yeah, we'll see. Again, you got GE Vernova stuff. They're talking about it. President Trump to speak at Saudi forum. So any minute now, we're going to hear from, Tyree! 10 of them! Oh, and Grant, baby. Let's go. We woke up to gains. You got news gains. Now you're long term. Oh, man. Horna. Shout out to Tony. Thank you, my friend. See, you can pay the plug. I appreciate paying the plug, baby. Woo. Oh, I love it. You call well into the money. If you're going to hold it for 10 years, why not? That's it. Otherwise, just take the cash. So if you're going to exercise, I did that back in the day. That helped me add to Netflix back in the day. I had crazy in the money, but the stock was up like 200% in the money, like literally on equity. So it's not a bad strategy, but the real issue, you got to make sure you want to fucking hold that bitch for 10 years. That's where everybody lies. That's where they lie to themselves. And if you end up not holding it, you're going to waste some of the profit. So, but if you really want to hold it and it's like a high quality name and it's like deep in the money, then yeah, turn it to the long term. But if you're not going to stay committed to it, just take the cash and walk, is my opinion. All right, bro, you're melted up. All long term's green again. Started off, you got a little mix with the Dow and all that, but the Dow's actually still down. And let me give you guys a checkup right now. Let's see the breakdown. And then we are going to hear Trump at Saudi. So watch energy and all the other headline call-outs. But 20 names green on the Dow, 9 in the red, 75 green on the NASDAQ, 26 red. So 75% of the NASDAQ's in the green right now, not to mention your Mag 7 leaders. And then SPY 304 green, 199 in the red. How can anybody think this much pumping is justified? My brother, you need to get a long term and stop complaining, okay? Your Chad Fax has more complaints about the market moving. Control what you can control, okay? I mean this kindly. I'm not trying to talk shit. I mean this in the sense of, you just sold off. You had the worst sell-off in history, and that wasn't justified. And again, we were saying the same thing to the downside. So right now, you were just back. All we did was nothing. That's the main point. Everybody just bullshitted you and then it didn't help that Trump is a madman with some negotiations and was willing to trade Russian roulette. But when it's all said and done, we are unchanged since the election. We have not done anything for 6 months, 8 months. You guys realize that, right? So that's why. Just get a long term, be patient, but, these swings will hurt you if you're trading. I get it. It's annoying, and things expire, and it looks one way and the other, but I wouldn't be, if it's really swinging you, how this, how that. It's just like, dude, look, we've just would be BS to the downside, BS to the upside. I wouldn't overthink it. Just get a long term and let's do it, baby. I wish I could kiss you on the forehead, Josh. I said it before the conversation we had on Tesla. This is stuck in my head. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. It's not a flex, just appreciation. You're talking about the covered call, right? Is that it? If I recall correctly, rolling you out of that shit. So yeah, that's fine. That's not a flex. That's amazing. I'm glad. I hope it helped, man. I hope it helped. Yeah, that saved you a lot. Oh! What about the ticket Bradley Frizzle in the Peach? Oh, I sold my Boeing calls already. Oh, man. And Boeing gets a deal. Oh. Let's go, baby. Bradley Frizzle in the Peach Nation. Do you understand that you're in the presence of a great? I don't know if they get it. They'll get it one day. Horn. God bless America. God bless the Peach. Bradley Frizzle. I see, bro. Bradley has outlasted the 737 MAX. You know that? So the 737 MAX came and went, but Bradley Frizzle and the Peach remained. Y'all don't fucking feel me, bro. They don't. You know what I'm saying, bro? I just keep thinking. The more every day, I just keep it on my the Peach again, bro. It's outlasted so many. It's outlasted Liz Truss. It's outlasted a lot. It outlasted the BTFP. You know that? Literally banking liquidity came and went. The Peaches. They don't get it, bro. Well, there it is. A little bit of risk on, my friends. And there you have it. And then the Peach just came in. Alrighty. WDC. Now more chip. Oh, my gosh. Bro, whoa. That was a fat print. Bro, the high-low ticker just gapped. It just scanned through like 100 names without me even being able to pick them up. But yeah, I think you're about to go another one. You are about to do round 2. I think Bitcoin is lagging now because everyone's going risk on. So they're not chasing the leaders. They're buying everything right now. Even though there is a couple names that are low, but you're just getting a weirder broadening out rather than being led. Yeah, but this is more equity risk on everywhere. That's why now, again, Nvidia's killing it. Again, those Nvidias are almost 1,000% now. But yeah, everything's starting to really, really juice. Again, even the old Intels came back up. My goodness. RTX pop. Did I sell those? I think we had a free play. Remember, was that last week or we played that yesterday? Yeah, we still have it, RTX. Yes, sir. You got the free cheap ones, and then the other one's up 120 now. We already made those free, but yeah, that was yesterday. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Once all of this risk on slows down, then I think some money will come back to crypto. But for now, only crypto winner is Coinbase because of the S&P news. It's FOMO season. Well, listen, I hope you guys were prepared. And you don't have to FOMO, though. Because right when you think you're like, I'm not going to FOMO, and then if you FOMO 3 weeks from now, you're going to FOMO right at the last second, right before it ends. But the whole point was there was an opportunity a couple weeks ago. I wouldn't beat yourself up over it. If you missed it, prepare for the next one. And if you got it, ride it, baby. That's it, but it's not really, again, that's why I said this morning, like, everybody is just so fucking emotional, dude. You know, right when it goes down, the world's ending. Right when it goes up, oh, it's a bear market rally. You know, and it's like, come on, bro. Nothing's really changing. So get ready to play the game. Pinduoduo. That's China. China. They didn't really move. And then Google. But yeah, watch if any China plays come back up. They haven't really been hot. Now you got banks too. Nvidia announced strategic partnership to build AI factories of the future of Saudi Arabia. No way. So yeah, now you got Nvidia and Saudis. Dude, did you hear that little Egyptian boy who told you it 2 weeks in advance? I remember that. That's why my play's up almost 1,000 off of that little Egyptian boy. And so weird, bro. So weird. Hey, hi, Saudis. Who would have thunk it? All right, SMCI now. I don't think euphoria has hit. Like I said, I told you guys this in advance. That's why I'll stop. Once this stuff stops hitting in advance, I'll change my tone. Until then, all of this, we saw it coming, bro. So unfortunately, I wouldn't even call this euphoria. Like I'm telling you, this is the FOMO zone. Every little tick up from here, people start to get more and more uncomfortable. That's it. That's as simple as it is. So yeah, that's unfortunately. That's what I was saying. Just make up your mind. I've been saying this for like 2 weeks now. Choose your frustration. Make up your mind on what you want to do. And if you have a plan and stick to it, you're going to be better off than chasing these emotions. If you're planning ahead like I am and thinking that way and sticking to it, you're going to be better off than changing course every time the wind blows. So, but other than that, this is the FOMO zone, man. So we'll see when we get to, I think Euphoria will probably be back around 6,000. But for now, this is just uncomfortable. Now we are going from almost bull bear market to almost bull STX. Yo, why is Seagate going up? That is the weirdest one. That is a really weird one, to be honest. Seagate, STX? Again, they usually barely move. Oh, fuck, I whiffed. Nope. Damn it. Wrong price. No. All right, well, whatever that is. Seagate. I fucked up on the price. This will be, yeah. Citron is officially pounding the table on Arquite. Nice. Fred Van. Yeah, watch Seagate. That one doesn't move too much. I try to get one. Fuck it, I'm on. The other ones went up a little bit. I'm gonna grab a cheap one. I had it way cheaper. Could be a dud. Honestly, though, we've seen 4 or 5 of these little pops. Some of them are materializing. I just like STX because it doesn't move usually. Okay, just watch out for that one. SCH, E-hang on the high. Oil going up now again. Dude, those Nvidias. Habibi. And then Pinduoduo. He still got some free ones there. Even got Sats. A-Lab? Oh, they had something yesterday. Okay, man. Spy's still holding up. EA Sports. It's in the game. Citron, this is our year, is officially pounding the table on Arquite. This isn't just a misunderstood product. This is a sleeping juggernaut of real estate. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I have agreed, but yeah. Yeah, he's not wrong, but SMCI now, bro? What is this? So see if STX goes, or WDC. That was the other one. WDC and STX kind of go hand in hand. But yeah, I think that was. STX was a dud. And Nvidias are up 700 now. Oh, RTX a little bit too. Those are up almost 200%. Okay, SPY is coming down a little bit. Certain names are holding up, though. And then you do got banks that are going. Very, very odd. And then Colt Sister's up. I haven't logged into it. Because every time I log in, I have to text my sister. And I'm tired. I hate the follow-up question that comes afterwards. So then she'll text me the code. Oh, no, it worked. Nice. So, but then usually she's like, so is Donald Trump a lizard? Okay, no, but do you think Donald Trump is too old? I'm like, did you what? She's like, you don't think he's too old? You're like, what about Donald Trump's child? Did you see it? I'm like, what? Are you? But yeah, I just hate the follow-up question. That's why I try to avoid it. I just try to make her money, and that's it. You know, but yeah, it logged me in. So here's Colt's sister. Remember, we made a third account. This was the final FOMO account. So after both accounts went crazy and then the market hit an all-time high and everybody wants to start over again, you know, that's what my sister did a couple years ago. But yeah, so her account, yeah, it's a new all-time high, $500 higher. Yeah, she's at almost 14,000. Whereas the other high in February or March was about 13.6. So yeah, it's a good account. All of them, bro. All the small accounts have outperformed by an extra like 5%. But yeah, other than that, it's been a good ride, bro. She only does $200 a month. That's the funny part. She does $200 a month and has never raised it. So she's a liberal. She doesn't like saving. She's not a fan of that. She believes the news. That's why she asked me right before making her 17% in this market, she asked me if she should stop investing in her 401k because she was watching the news and she believes it. So, yeah. But her deposit has literally stayed static, $200 a month for the last couple of years. She has never raised it. So that account is a result of never raising your deposit and literally $2,000 a year, $2,400 a year. So, yeah. In the time she's had it, 3 years, 246, should have invested $7,000 into it total. And now she's doubled her money pretty much, $14K. But not bad, but still. You're a good brother. I know, and she's a terrible sister. So, it works. I love her. I love her. She's just a little loony. But, you know, it happens. Politics. Yeah, Pinduo Duo, again, that play is still doing great. Bro, the Sats is over 3,000%. Let's see if it'll fill. I'll sell the last one at 3,000. I'm down. I'll let you guys. Okay, the Pinduos are working great. Even old Intels. And CoreWeave. She deposits $200 a month. And that never. So again, if you made $24,000 a year and saved it for 3 years, you would still have a down payment. So that's again, $14K. I could find a house for her. She has a job. I could easily get her a house if she really wanted. She probably doesn't want one. And I already got her one, and she still won't want one. But yeah, that's a down payment. $200 a month. Never raising the price. Never raising the price. Do I think prop firms are a good idea? No. And I'm going to time you out for 24 hours for bringing that trash into my chat room. So, and that should be a signal to any of you. If you want to have this conversation, I'm just going to ban you. I don't have time to convince you not to get scammed. I'm not going to argue with you about the guy selling you fake gold and you have a real discussion on, oh, what do you think? Oh, no. I already know. Get a long term. Okay? So, yeah, it's a terrible idea. The cash and sister, same amount as the other one. She still has a couple $100 in cash. It's a higher percentage for how much she has, but yeah. Is 100 a month in your, any amount is good enough. If you save money, save 10%, that's the real question. Is it 10% or no? Or are you cheating? And then there's your answer. But other than that, any amount of money, as long as you keep it and put it in the right way, you'll be good to go. Can you advertise your wife's business? No, I will ban you. Mm-hmm. SMCI, I don't know. What was the other one? WDC or STX? Yeah, so watch. They're both still moving. All these random chips. And then Nvidia. Again, SMCI is running. You took the Saudi chip talks to heart. Paid off. I did. So literally, I acted on it too. And all of those Nvidia plays are up 700% right now. So if you took the info, I gave you a jump. My info was correct, and you made close to 1,000%. You should have paid yourself by now. I already got paid. We made a couple grand off it, and I still got a couple just writing. That's it. Again, same info provided to everybody. So it all just mattered what you did with it. So good work. That's it. That's it. The wealth of knowledge. You're not trying to diss, but you don't remember it? Oh, I remember it. Some people do too. That's what I said. Lately, though, guys, I can't follow up with everybody. So if you miss it, you miss it. But there is some very key concepts that we're going over. But if you care about this stuff and you want to make money on it, it is up to you to stay locked in. And I know you guys have other responsibilities, but again, this is your responsibility. And it's on you on who you listen to and when, and that will have an impact on how much it makes you or not. So make your choices and do what you need to do with it. But there's a lot going on, and there's going to be more that happens. So that's why I've been saying just lock in and get with it or not, because one after the next. I mean, the longer it takes for you to lock in, the further behind you will be. But the one who starts from day one and is excited and involved in doing that, this shit's going to just fall in your lap very easily because you're studying and you're paying attention. So, but yeah, we did cover it about a couple weeks ago. I kept saying it, actually. That's the funny part. Pizza. Yeah, bro, China plays. You got Pinduoduo now and Baidu. I know, SPY is there. It is insane, but again, it was insane how fast we dropped. Oh, yeah, I put it up. I didn't read the headline. Microsoft cutting 3% of all workers.
Very good.
This is
That's right. Basically,
Palantir?
with most people.
Oh, this is earlier
on the panel. It is good in the hands of good people. It's not inherently good. It's a dangerous weapon.
Is it in the hands of good people?
That's creepy.
Well, it will be.
It will be.
Palantir's Alex Carter.
Okay, I need to go pee.
Earlier
Follow me on
today
Instagram at the training for Dirty. Real Code News on Twitter.
Good and bad hands that may or may not carry AI forward.
Yeah, I mean, as the technology proliferates, listen, there's no shortage of those people who are at least concerned to some extent. Carp, I guess, amongst them, to Elon Musk, who's over in Riyadh as well. We may be hearing from shortly. Various times has said at least a 10 or as high as a 20% chance that AI wipes out humanity. It's one of the reasons why he was one of the founders of OpenAI, actually, to develop the guardrails to put in place, but they're not there in the sense that I think perhaps had been thought of. It's a race now, and in fact, many would say it's a race that we in the U.S. have to win, in part for the very reason that Karp sort of alluded to.
I wonder if his premise is real. Do most people think it's inherently good, right? I mean, I think most people think it's kind of a tool, it's powerful, or he's cognizant of the risks, right?
Yeah.
And he's clearly saying, trust us, we can channel it in the right direction.
And of course, in terms of the societal impact, even if it is proved to be good, I think we are far from having any real idea as to what that will truly look like as this technology ramps up rapidly. Speaking of, shares of Nvidia are jumping this morning. This after its CEO Jensen Huang spoke in Riyadh at the Saudi Investment Forum. He gave some possible clues about a change in export restriction policy. That's a key for Nvidia. And Christina Partsenevelis is here to give us some details. Christina.
Thank you, David. Well, in a surprising shift, also, Jensen Huang ditched his iconic leather jacket for a suit also in Riyadh today as he unveiled NVIDIA's partnership, like you mentioned, with Saudi Arabia, specifically to build a massive 500 megawatt data center with Humane, which is the kingdom's new AI venture. The real showstopper, though, from NVIDIA's CEO was that he was directly referring to Blackwell chips on stage. Listen in.
Yeah, Jensen was there.
But this is two Blackwells.
ESPN new streaming service will be named ESPN. 29.99 a month.
Gigawatts of
Check Disney.
Infrastructure that's going to be built.
You got a new price and a new ESPN service coming out now.
Saudi Arabia can now secure access to technology, which was previously restricted in the region, and also really marks a significant policy.
No, yeah, literally, it says ESPN's new streaming service will cost $29 a month. Will be named ESPN.
As well as semiconductor equipment to many countries in the Middle East, including Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates. And that was largely due to concerns over the Middle East's close ties with Beijing. Saudi Arabia, keep in mind, largest trading partner is China. But as Saudi Arabia pushes towards its Vision 2030, what it calls, which has a goal of having AI contribute 12% to its GDP just in the next several years, this partnership with NVIDIA could be transformative. Why? Because NVIDIA will be able to access new markets across the Middle East, signaling a new chapter in both U.S. export policy as well as the global AI infrastructure race. And a press release was just put out now from
again.
NVIDIA, and they say that they're going to be deploying hundreds of thousands of GPUs in Saudi Arabia, especially
hundreds,
over
and
the
then
next 5
WDC
years, about 18,000 specifically of the Blackwell GB.
Dog, even the Intels are going up.
5 years, guys.
Again, Disney didn't really react to that news, but I think I'm mad early on that one.
Of approved buyers for NVIDIA for the highest capability processors, I guess. Are we no longer at a point where everyone's being rationed and there's
Apple going up now too?
In other words, NVIDIA can sort of service
broke
this open-ended demand?
I think this would fall in line with President Trump's original task of making a country-by-country negotiation. Remember, this week was supposed to be the AI diffusion rules on May 15th, which would have put all of these countries in tiers, and they would have been restricted on the number of chips they could receive from, let's say, the
Disney's just coming out with a new ESPN streaming service called ESPN.
Individual country-by-country deals. So going forward, we'll probably
and then SPY started chilling out. I mean, we are hour off a Euro close, but first hour cash open pretty large, about 1% on the Nasdaq after good CPI, but we were lower pre-market. And then we're all just waiting. We're waiting on Trump right now, believe it or not. You're waiting for Trump in Saudi Arabia to talk at this conference.
And the trade war with China, but still it was the ban on the H20s, the $5.5 billion write-down NVIDIA took as a result. Do we have any expectation of what they're going to be able to sell into that market?
The expectation is that there will be another chip. It's not necessarily a workaround. It's just every time NVIDIA has to come out with a new chip that falls under the threshold. They've done so over the last several years.
VST and those energy plays are still going too.
The assumption is maybe it'll be the H20 that'll be just revamped a little bit so it falls underneath the threshold. There are two camps of people that are there, argue that this is NVIDIA going underneath the threshold each time, really seeking out profits and still maintaining that relationship with China. Or there's the other flip side where people are saying, here, NVIDIA's caught in the middle, a negotiation tactic, or chip, I should say, between President Trump and all of these countries, when really they just want to put forth their product.
The tariff watch list, my brother, watch
China
list
is not far behind
has your
at all.
answers.
So really, is it helping by blocking complete ties with the country when they are already making advancements on their own soil?
ESPN will be sold as a bundle with Disney and Hulu at $35.99.
Steve Kovac has the details. Hi, Steve.
Yeah, Microsoft.
Right, they're going to go over the Microsoft firing news. But other than that, like I said, cash open pretty good. There is China plays moving, and then bonds are dead. We're getting near the danger zone. And then, again, Nvidia and Apple and everybody reacting to the Nvidia deal. I think that was money, bro. So, yeah. Other than that, though, we were past the FOMO. We are at the FOMO zone. It's all playing exactly. Even people's reactions are playing exactly how they should have. Just literally, we close at the level yesterday, and we go 1 point above it every point at a time. Everyone, this is bullshit. This makes no sense. Why is this? This is stupid. Since when? What do you mean, Nvidia? So, yeah, this is kind of on par for course right now. But other than that, I'd be a little patient. And then once we get the Saudi stuff, we'll see. You're liable to move. You might sell off to VWAP. Who knows? But at this point, we're kind of awaiting these updates now. And then playing the game. Like I said, even CPI was good, but it shouldn't have been that crazy. But now we're going to lead it all into till Friday and Thursday. Just Jerome Powell, earnings, all that good stuff. I do remember the Ocho. Wouldn't they play like dodgeball and tag? Dell on the high now. Again, chips are going nuts. So SMCI, Dell, WDC, fucking STX. Stop moving after that one. But literally all of the, who else was there? ARM, I think, even. No, they stopped moving. But a couple of the big ones, like even Qualcomm, I think, was up earlier. No, yeah, they stopped. So they're going in bursts. It's kind of weird. And then C is going up. But more than not with Nvidia now 130, bro. That one's just going even crazier. PSX now, remember they announced something with a deal, I think, earlier. Or they were part of the Saudi stuff. And then Marriott on the high. You listen to Joe Rogan, he keeps mentioning UFC might be going to Netflix because ESPN contract expired. Could this be why? I could be. I don't know why they're doing it, to be honest, but I think ESPN is one of their only things that's really good. That and Hulu, but I feel like they're just trying to get you to buy the other stuff and tying it to the shit that people want. But I don't know. I don't have any broader theory tied in anything else. Airbnb's climbing up. I saw Hilton and Marriott. But yeah, you have a lot of names moving higher. Remember, about 75% of the market was green. Trump is expected to go live at any moment now. So there's a video right now of American and flag and Saudi flag. So there is a live feed, but he's just not out yet. Okay, TSM, that's the other chip one. We got Nvidia too, and chips are going to do their own thing, and then SPY is just holding. ODD on the high. What price did I get Airbnb at? I got it at look at the long term and figure it out. The next time I'm banning you. That's the average price I got it at. So this has been my response to everybody who's asked me because I'm trying to encourage you guys to learn how to read the post tab and learn how to find this information that is there. So yes, I know it's in my portfolio. I know what price I bought it at. But if you want to get better and you want to, be aware and make money, I'm going to assume that you will know how to do this. So, yeah. Next time I will ban you if you ask me an easy question like that one. It's not difficult to find, and if you learn how to find it, it will make following along with the long term that much easier. Okay, JD now. So more China, NTSM. Should you sell the long term and start looking to buy my house? No. You look to find your first house, and once you are in escrow on that home, then you could sell your long-term once you're in escrow. But I wouldn't sell your long-term now if you haven't really started or are not in the process. What's with the people today? Oh, I'm fine. I think everyone's good. We had like over 100 gifted memberships the other day, so I'm sure there's some new guys, but no problem. I've actually kind of addressed some of the people who've been here for a while, Yeah, got pre-approved. Let's go, baby. That's it. That's all. That's exactly what I'm saying. Take the steps and get pre-approved and figure out what's realistic. And you don't have to act right away. And then now, if that deal ever came your way, you're going to be ready to go. But there's some people, we talked about this yesterday. Are you going to be ready if a deal fell in your lap and you're like, how do I know I'm ready? Because there's a deal. Then you're ready. Deals don't just happen, you know? So when it does show up, you got to know what to do. And you got to be ready and know that, yeah, I could do this. And this is available and this is what I have. Otherwise, yeah, it's not just all, it will reek of unprepared. Okay, Microsoft, it kind of did pour cold water, but I do just think there's a weird pull in the market. And then the Dow Jones, again, value. Today was broadening out. Again, wait till even the risk-on plays start moving, though, because that's the next step of this. We broadened out. Everybody moved. Now gold's back up, but wait till some of the other assets start moving. But it's still early. Again, we got past the FOMO zone. Still coming off of a major de-escalation in the last couple of days. Is dollar dying? I just saw gold move. My UUP's not moving, but that gold move is interesting. Yeah, we're chilling. And look, even the premiums didn't move too much, but if we do drop, they'll start to change here. For a reverse, so I think you're gonna, if anything reverses, chips will probably, again, Nvidia is just in the lead, but now I think everybody else is moving. And then, like we said, the broadening out. All right, yeah, Microsoft barely went green, and now it's down 0.5% since they announced the cuts. It's funny, you guys remember when rate cuts used to make stocks, or job cuts made them go up? Then India is moving up, but they're still down. Low ticker velocity picking up. UNH, another low, but it's moved a lot slower. Yeah. KO, Nike, where's Pepsi? Pepsi hit below 130 today. Gold is on the high now. So dollar might be moving and then something else. But yeah, gold came right back up. Gold was down earlier, again, as we were rallying. And then you still have bonds down, so let's see. But this is your first breather after the last, hour and 15 minutes? The news really encourages people to buy high. I mean, just we've gone through a lot, you guys. That's why it just sucks now at this stage. But you know, you went from everybody in the world telling you it's a panic and that you're in almost a bear market, and now the sad reality, we are in almost a bull market. We went down almost 20% from the highs, and now we are up almost 20% from the highs. So yeah, I don't know. Well, sell the news is going to change. That's what we talked about on the watch list, that it's going to start turning into buy the expectation and sell the fact. So that's different than the news. I know you're like, wait, isn't that the same thing? Not really. It means the market is going to be more selective moving forward in what it reacts to. You know, not every news event is going to cause buy the rumor, sell the fact, or sell the news. It'll be certain expectations will cause a move, and then once we actually get the fact of what's going on, then that premium will dissipate, and then you just go back to following the next thing, and that's how it'll play out. So it'll be buy the rumor, sell the news, but a lot more selective. But for the most part now, we still got to get through bull market, bear market rally. And the fact is, you just moved in 1 month, 2 months, almost 20% down and 20% up. Do you guys realize the stock market has never moved like this in history? So your confusion is warranted. Make no mistake, I'm not knocking any of you for being confused or for feeling a certain way. Literally, people have never encountered this, but it is a massive move. You know, you move down and up in dramatic fashion, and now you're at the higher end of it after just being on the low end not too long ago. So yeah, you gotta be careful. So yeah, that's it. Nice. You made 10K. Well, you got banned. You're not supposed to flex. But if you had less than $1,000, that Nvidia AI news would have made you 10K too. Believe it or not. So yeah, but again, don't flex on them. Thank you. You could afford another membership. That's the good. I don't feel too bad. Amen. No, I said it yesterday, bro. It's offensive. They turn on the TV and they're like, well, it's a bull market. You were just telling me. You just said America ended. What do you mean? So that's why you weren't supposed to move your emotions with everybody. You guys get that? Because nothing changed on the way down. I was yelling that at you. Even then, we were down the first 5%. I was like, bro, there's not even a tariff in play. Again, even the other day, I was like, bro, literal trade data is the most it's ever been. They were telling you no one's buying, but the trade data, you've never bought this much. You know, all of these things. So other than that, it's kind of crazy, you know, because if you gave in to the emotions, now you're flip-flopping, you're off guard. You see what I'm saying? Because then you're like, no, nothing's happening. And then you're like, oh my gosh, something's happening. And then when it shifts back to nothing happening, and then we're going up, you just shifted. You see what I'm saying? So ideally, that's why I keep telling you, don't move your emotions. Calm down. We don't know what's happening yet. Give it time before you move the judgments, and don't let the really aggressive price moves. If that's going to change your opinion, you have a shitty idea. Do you understand? I mean that respectfully. But if you're telling me you have an economic idea and your idea changed because of that, because of a price move, that was a poor idea. I hope that makes sense. So keep that in mind. Yeah, what's going on? Oh, no. Dude, Liam, you lost a brother? I'm so sorry. My brother, man, we'll get, prayers up to Liam, bro, and we'll give you a moment of silence, Let's do a minute for the Solomon brother lost, bro. I'm sorry to hear. All right, man. Amen. Amen. Prayers up, bro. I just threw you on. That's tough, bro. That's not easy. That is not easy at all. Yeah, bro. It's difficult. A lot of chat's gone through that, man. And that's some of the worst, bro. Some of the worst. But prayers up and keep your head up, man. We got you. I don't know what. Palantir's moving now, and more Nvidia. You didn't flush off any of that. Now you have gold. STX is going down now. Watch WDC and SMCI. Yeah, bro. More Nvidia, Nike. They're on the low. There's still names going down. Again, the Dow got worse on that little drop, but I think the SPY is being held up. Elon is on? Oh, he is, yeah.
That's the spirit.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me in Saudi Arabia.
Dear friend,
I love Saudi Arabia.
President Trump.
Thank you, guys.
We're honored under the sponsorship and guidance of His Royal Highness. and a Saudi U.S. that is 92 years old about how we move from an oil-based economy to an innovation-based economy powered by wonderful technologies that definitely you're one of the pioneers in this industry. We just showed to His Royal Highness some of your Optimus robots.
Yeah, that's what you
And
white
to
people
President
don't
Trump.
get.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Middle
Tell me
Easterns
about
love
that.
Elon, bro.
Yes, so we just
You know that? We like
showed,
celebrities.
several of our
So you know
Tesla
me, we like
Optimus
Elon
robots
Musk.
to
Oh my
His
goodness.
Highness and President Trump.
Habibi,
And I
wow.
think they were very impressed.
He make it the Tesla.
In fact, one
wow,
of our
he is
robots
like a
did the Trump
Jean-Claude.
dance,
Wow.
which I think was pretty
Wow.
cool.
YMCA, yeah?
Yeah, to YMCA. So
Yeah, like he
our
got
robots
street
can
cred in
dance,
Saudi,
they
bro.
can
Look at him.
Walk around.
I ain't
they
seen
can
Elon this
interact.
happy in a long time, bro.
I think we're headed.
He has
to,
not walked into a room where they were
a
friendly to him
radically
in
different
at
world.
least
I
a
think
year.
I think a good world, an interesting world. My prediction actually for humanoid robots is that ultimately there will be tens of billions. I think everyone will want to have their personal robot. You can think of it like as though you had your own personal C-3PO or R2-D2, but even better. Then who wouldn't want to have their own personal C-3PO, R2-D2? That would be pretty great. I also think it unlocks an immense amount of economic potential, because when you think of like what is the output of an economy, it is productivity per capita
Johnny
times
be
population
good. Hey,
per
man,
capita.
baby. God bless you, bro. Welcome, Andrew.
Once you have humanoid robots, the actual economic output potential is tremendous. It's really unlimited. Potentially, we could have.
Again, Palantir was
an
just at
economy
that
10
conference.
times the size of the current global economy, where no one wants for anything. Sometimes in AI they talk about universal basic income. I think it's actually going to be universal high income, where anyone can have any goods or services that they want. A science fiction book recommendation that I have, which I think is probably the best envisioning of an AI future, is the culture books by Ian Banks. Very highly recommended for a non-dystopian view of the future. Now, there obviously are some risks, which illustrate perhaps if we don't do this right, you could have like a James Cameron sort of movie, Terminator. We don't want that one. But having sort of a Star Trek future would be great, where we're out there exploring the stars, discovering the nature of the universe.
Okay, Banks going. Now you got Meta, Baba.
And a level of
China plays, bro. Last hour, China's been waking up.
That we,
yeah, Baba's going crazy right now. Look at China.
So I'm very
They're all
excited
going.
about the future. And,
So Spy's moving first. We haven't hit a high, but China's
It's
moving
an
first.
absolute
Spy's not
pleasure.
hit a high yet
And
off
His
of
Royal
it.
Highness was talking to you about his vision and his dream to increase productivity.
Oh, right
for the
here.
Kingdom of
Canada,
Saudi Arabia
Carney
and power
unveils
the
new
region and the
cabinet.
whole world with
That's not
robotics,
it. But yeah, new
also on
Canadian
robotaxis.
cabinet.
So how are we doing on robotaxis?
So
Robotaxi.
really you can
Habibi,
think of
tell
a
us
car or future
about
cars
the money,
as
Habibi.
being
No,
robots
none
on
of
four
Star
wheels.
Trek, Star Wars.
And,
Tell us money, Habibi,
I
money.
think,
Come
it
on,
would be very
Elon.
exciting to have autonomous vehicles here
This
in
guy,
the
he
kingdom.
says Star Trek, a Star Wars, R2D2, R2D3. Tell me the cab, Habibi. Tell me the cab. Yalla, give me
He
date.
has another announcement that he
Yeah, tell me more. Tell the announcement.
Exactly.
Yalla,
So-
come on.
And I'd also like to thank the Kingdom for approving Starlink for maritime and aviation use. Thank you.
Maritime and aviation.
Have you heard that, Habibi?
So
You
yeah.
like?
He's
Maritime.
gonna bring us robots to help us increase our productivity.
Bring us the
Robotaxis to make sure that
RDTDT.
our cars
Bring it
and
to us.
assets
Come on, Elon.
turn into a cash-generating unit. And
Bring the
Starlink-
R3D3. Yalla,
Starlink
come on,
to
come on.
reform our aviation and maritime.
Yeah.
Talk about XAI.
Absolutely. But I should want to mention also something that.
Oh, wait, why did they cut it off? I think they know I'm watching it, clowning on it. And I'm allowed to. I am Middle Eastern. So if you ban me, you're the racist one. And you are stopping me from talking like my father. How dare you? How dare you? Yeah, how dare you? أنا أتكلم عربي. أنا أفهم عربي. أنا أتكلم عربي. أنت عبيط. عبيط قوي. عبيط قوي. Haram, habibi, haram. So yeah, I don't know where that went, but let me see if I can pull it up. Where is the Saudis? Nvidia, bro, those contracts are in the money. It's kind of crazy, bro. Because Nvidia, I don't know, it's been a while, but yeah, they were less than 40 cents. Okay, well, why isn't Elon live on Twitter, bro? Elon, what are you doing? Elon, ma! Sorry, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm excited. Well, I can't find it. Can someone tag me in it if you have it? But otherwise, you'll have to wait till I get it back up. I sold out. Do you know how many of those contracts I had? It's disgusting. I had way more than what I have now. And then I had 10 of them free. And then I sold half of them today at 400%. And now they're right below 1,000% right now. Kind of now it's 1,000%. Ta-da. Yeah, but either way, we got paid. We got paid, made them free. And even then, though, the remaining amount is still very nice. The real question is, when do we sell those? But now, again, Nvidia is in between the gap. So, yeah, they have a long way to go. And AMD's still going. More Nvidia. We just had Elon.
Curiosity.
Okay, now I have him again.
So, but we also have the Honorable President and His Royal Highness Musaidi hitting the stage soon. Yes. So this is a historic
day. Oh,
shit.
Trump comes on next?
About how we could join hands together as we have joined hands.
Okay, now you got AMD going up in Broadcom. They're all moving.
A factor-based economy to help the world and power up 20% of the energy mix, which is very critical today to the AI intelligence age, the digital age, and how we have reformed, and with the intelligent age. And we could not be more appreciative of having a lifetime partner and a friend like you, Elon, to the kingdom.
Thank you.
Joining hands on XAI, Starlink, and robotics and Tesla. Thank you so much on behalf of the whole kingdom, and we look forward to continue the partnership. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
He's so excited.
Thank you. Please.
All right.
Okay, I think Trump comes on next at this little speech. So I still have that feed, and we're waiting for that. Other than that, Nvidia, again, maybe people are implying Elon and Nvidia. Other than that, though, the deal with Nvidia and AI, and then all of Nvidia lagging is now just taking off, bro. Very, very crazy. AMD, yeah, all the other chips, I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to go for any of the other ones or keep just riding the Nvidias or take them. But now WDC, like I'm saying, dude, these small ones, if the small ones start going, that's interesting. Watch them, STX, and then Intel. Even AMD. AMD's bigger, AMD, and now they're moving up. It's crazy how the FOMO started. Yes and no. I mean, I think it's just crazy that it's playing out exactly how we thought it would. From he has risen rally down to the exact level. And that's why I'm just like, no, it's just clockwork. But it's kind of scary because that just, all of this is emotionally driven, you guys. And that's what I'm saying. I think the hard data has the whole story. Nothing has really changed in a couple of months, but our ideas have changed rapidly and wildly. And it is creating such a wild back and forth. So control the emotions. Be wise, you guys. And don't let it get the best of you. All right, man. I'm doing it for you guys. I'm selling the Nvidias. I'm taking 1,000%. I have to. I booked it 40 cents to $463. So, yeah, I got a couple G's off that last one. And yeah, the first one's again pretty much every $200 turned into $2,000 on that one. And that was just off the news. I told you guys when I did it, but the headline I kept yelling out: AI, Nvidia, Saudi. But that's it now. So you might get round 2, but I'm out. So good luck. You know the Josh premium when I sell. You might get a little bit more. Okay. So not bad. And then the Pinduo Duos are still working up too. That one, I want more. I think those are still in the money, yeah. And the Sats. All right, and then I'll grab another Nvidia if they come down. But I just think we captured a fuck ton of that move. So, or I have another idea. Uber. Oh, ARM too. Yeah, ARM's starting to go. I have one of those from yesterday. They were already up like 30. Now, but it's just a wide spread. Far out the money is not as good. Boeing delivery numbers out. Again, the near the money one. That Nvidia one was far out the money for a little bit. Echo Star potential. I feel like I've heard that back in the day, but I haven't looked at that as of late. Spy still going. Again, Nvidia I sold, but I still think it has more. I have to take the 1,000%, bro. I gotta book that. ARM, Tesla again. I have another idea, but the plays are juiced. It's the only dilemma. Now Baba in China. I'm still holding the Pinduo Duo. Airbnb, has that announcement started? Watch Broadcom too, and then crypto's lagging. So again, when all this chills out, I think crypto's gonna move, but they ain't do shit yet. Yeah, I'm gonna grab these. I did a ghetto rollover. It's not Nvidia. I did somebody else. I'm gonna keep a little riding on an underperformer. Oh, those apples too. Fuck. I forgot about that. You have two of those still green. Those are starting to move now. I might get rid of those actually. Yeah. Oh, did I get filled on that? Yeah, I did. I love you. You're a king. Get a long term, you guys, please. I'm telling you. We have a lot of evidence, and a lot of you guys are realizing it. And I need whoever's listening right now, you see all these people who talk shit and who get weird, who gives a fuck? I don't care. I'm so happy. You have no idea. God is good. But this is what I want you to understand, you guys. It doesn't matter how much money you make. This is what we have evidence of. You can make 20 grand, 30 grand a year. With the long term and hard work and patience, we can make you a millionaire. Do you understand? I'm not selling you anything. This isn't a course, and it's not no get rich quick shit. This is slow. I'm talking 5 years, 10 years, little shit, bro, little by little. But again, a lot of Chads are finally starting to realize this, because like I'm telling you, bro, there's people in here. They work jobs. They're not making crazy 6-figure, they own companies. No, they have faithfully worked their job, faithfully saved, and put it in the right place and did not gamble. and they've substantially walked away with assets that they never dreamed of. So take advantage of that. And that is the number one thing. So get a long-term, man. And for real, bro, it doesn't matter how much money you make. It matters about how much you keep. And you will make more and you will have more than people who make 5 times as much as you because they didn't make the good decisions. You can make a lot of money, but if you don't keep it and invest it, it doesn't matter. Trump to meet Syrian president in Saudi Arabia. Oh, wow. Damn. So again, that's kind of unexpected, but Saudis or Syria, remember that had to do with Russia. I think that's going to tie into the Zelensky thing. Watch. Oh, what's it called? What was that other one? Was it ACM? Yeah, ACOM and then J and then Vert. Constellation still going up. Yeah, that's what it reminded me. Every day, man. Well, let's go. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why long term, bro, little by little. And if you work and you save it, bro, and put it in good quality, bro, oh my goodness. And then again, think real estate. You're going to be stacking up. The assets are going to grow. It feels like nothing, but then one day you're going to look at it and be like, what? How did I get this? Trump to meet Syrian president in Saudi. Coming out again. Okay, VST, again, I was just looking back at those energy plays. Yep, AM Dizzle came down, and Nvidia, I think that was a good sell. Now SMR and uranium, that's going up. And Coinbase, I think Coinbase is the only one. Nothing in crypto, though, bro. There you go. Now IBIT starting to move. Let me double check. No way. None of the crypto plays went down, though. They won't move. I was hoping they'd be cheaper. Excuse me. Energy, 23 million, and Euro close in 22. Coinbase breaking out again. Again, they won the S&P. That's why they've been... Ah! What the hell was that? Is this real? Look. The Saudis have deployed a mobile McDonald's to follow Trump during his visit. I don't know. Is this undercover FBI or is this real? Either way, that's dope. Yeah, I didn't know that was real. El Coyote tagged me in that. My goodness. What, Josh? I like McDonald's. Tell them to follow me. Tell them I need an Egg McMuffin everywhere I go. That's it. Otherwise, I'll tariff you. You don't give it to me, I'll charge you for it. I'll set the price of the McMuffin. We set the price, you McMuffin or you no McMuff. It's up to you. You can McMuffin or McNothing. You could decide. I'll let them decide. What? All right, watch out if coin and crypto starts moving, and then it's game time. Trump to say hello to Syria's Shara on Wednesday. White House official. The long term looks a lot like your peace of mind. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, bro. It's wicked. That's what I'm saying happened at the beginning of the year. Do you know how many Chads after that big jump realized that they had money? And you know how many Chads it dawned upon them? And they're like, holy fuck. My little $200-300 account has 30 grand in it now. That's a lot of fucking money. And I've been telling y'all. I told y'all what I was like back in the day. And I remember looking at 25,000 and being like, who the fuck has 25,000 just sitting there to trade? You know, like who, like what? What do you mean? PDT. So yeah, that's why I think a lot of people are, again, and it's very peaceful. You would be surprised that, you know, this is what richest man in Babylon says, that when you have the coins in the purse and you hear it and you feel it in your belt, it gives you confidence. And I think some of you, even as the market, this has been historically one of the most challenging times ever that nobody has experienced. But then you walking around with a bag full of money, bro, you're going to feel some type of way. Go count out $10,000 cash, 20 grand, put 100 grand if you got it, and look at it. You're going to feel its type of way. So what do you think is happening with your long term? And you have that. And that's where I think some of you, like I was saying yesterday, bro, you need to have hope and you need to believe in the future, because if you don't, you're never going to invest for it. So I think some of you now, you see the money and you're like, wow. And you're like, holy shit, I'm a man of means now. And if I did this, what else can I do? So yeah, bro. Shout out peace of mind. Long term, all time highs. Yallah. Yallah. The money tree. Okay, SPY's just chilling, bro. But yeah, we're still up. Again, the chips did that little back and forth. You got a couple of other movers, but other than that, we're waiting on Trump-a-Rooney at the Saudis. That's it. And then shout out the long term. ONON. Oh, I wanted that one from yesterday. Because, again, all the, plays were... ONON's popping big. Because all the other ones lag. Check Nike or anything. Riders up, too. I don't know. There could be something right now. I'm watching clothing retailers go up. ONON is the leader. Again, that's related to Vietnam and overseas. But yeah, clothing, ONON. A lot of these were down, at least Nike and a couple of others. Now Lulu, Nike, Lulu, ONON, all of the clothing names. That's a move. I don't know. There could be tariff news. SPY's growing. That's going up even bigger. I don't have a play. I'm just calling it out for you guys. But I'm noticing it right now. ONON. That's so, yeah, there's no contract. Listen, there's 1 penny. So I grabbed them. Fuck that. I don't know what it is, but they're 1 penny. That contract chain don't go deep. Russia expects direct contact with Ukraine and Istanbul to take place, a.k.a. one step closer to Russia ceasefire. Okay, actually be very careful. I'm not going to call out the ONON play. That's it. You guys just went apeshit on it. You just made me 500%. So, yeah, you have people trying to front run you, Chad. I'm just going to take the money. Oh, shit. I didn't want to sell that many. Okay, now it came down. Yeah, don't do that. So yeah, if I do notice that Chad tries to front run it or people there, I'm just gonna dump on you. Okay? So yeah, I know how to spot it and I know how to stop it. So sorry guys. No, you're good, baby. I knew you meant well. You're fine, Danny. Yeah, Core Weave, we got him. But yeah, I just think, like I told you earlier, we spotted many little trends with news and look, Nike's going up now. SMR, bro. Again, more nuclear. Now, Meta, Qualcomm, JD. Like I said, China or retail. Just be on the lookout if we get a follow-up headline. And then that's the next thing. Do you guys realize that? I'll tell you right now. Ukraine-Russia peace deal is on the way. I don't know. I'm guessing, but this is what I did with Saudi and Nvidia. I don't think there's as many plays, but I think a lot of people have overlooked and underestimated the advancements in this area. We've been making so much progress with Ukraine and Russia. We had the minerals deal, and now Trump is like, if Trump is going to meet with Saudi and Trump is going to go to this, bro, this is also, Trump's even taking the juice away from Zelensky. Trump wants to be the guy to go there so that it looks like Putin went because of Trump, not Zelensky, because Zelensky said, I hope you meet me here. You see what I'm saying? But essentially, long story short, you have it based on what I'm sensing, you have a Ukraine-Russia ceasefire right around the corner. That's how all of this is developing. So unless they attack each other and blow it up like they always do, that is closer than you think. Next SPY breakout level, I think, is 83 or 82. I called it out earlier. Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, wait, we're already there. So 58.99 and then 59.32 is actually the next level. So 5,900 flat, 12. This is already it, though. 58.89 or 87, I believe. So we're above the level, and then 59.99 and then 59.32. Those are our next levels moving forward. Again, nuclear play still going. When a play gets called out, is it weekly or next week? So an example, ON. So back in the day, I would just tell people, and then everybody ruined it with various ways of behaviors and, again, the greed and gambling. And I don't want to influence you. So your job is to take the information and then figure out everything else on your own. And if you watch enough and you watch my old videos, I'm pretty predictable and you'll figure out what I'm doing. Other than that, if you're not willing to do that, then I just would take the info and don't play on it. But I'm not telling anybody what to do, and you got to figure it out. I don't want to, again, you're better, figure out the long term. And if you guys do that, like I said, it's borderline guaranteed, but everything else, you just got to figure it out. If I see dangerous stuff, I'll try to call it out. That one was a good one. And literally that play, I said, oh shit, there's a penny play. But then literally there was not one trade, and then 1,000 contracts came in. So a bunch of people started buying it, and they were going to try to take that flip. So that's why I said just be careful. And I think some people had a different intention. But in the past, those 1 penny plays, they're not really front running like that. Oh, we get an easy 100%. Glad we are past that. Well, yeah, I mean, I thought I was helping people, I really try, we gave out a lot of info and I would show everything, but it's just sad that I guess it wasn't helping people. So yeah, I'm glad that, I think some of you are already learning though a lot. Yeah, Reddit is popping. I see that. That's a double. Literally, it printed 2 different runs on the high ticker. Made X amount off crypto, racked up the same X amount in credit cards, up to 20%. Do I pay them off? That would be ideal, but it's up to you. But if the interest rate is that high, that will kill a lot of savings. So it's up to you, but I would probably pay it off. It sucks because sometimes it doesn't make sense to pay off debt, but make no mistake, dude, when you pay off debt mentally, it's one of the best things because mentally you're free now. Yeah, you're already free, that praise the Lord, but sometimes you need to pay off your debt to realize it. But above all else, it's like, it's a good thing mentally, but just make sure it makes sense. But if it's a large amount at high interest, it probably is. It probably makes sense to use those gains to pay it off. But again, it all just depends. Reddit 37, you wish you knew about me sooner. My calls and info is amazing. Well, just the reality is half of you are going to end up hating me by the end of the year. Not because I'm going to be the same. I'm going to be the same. Ask anybody. But and again, this is what I was saying earlier, is that in this type of volatility, the person you think you love, you're going to end up hating, and vice versa, because things are going to change dramatically. So if you're not listening to what I'm saying and only taking the sound bites or focusing on when we hit a play, you're going to hate me by the end of the year. But those of you who are listening and long-terming it up, and you might end up loving me a lot more. So yeah. So that's it. Prepare for volatility. I say that so you're prepared. I don't want anybody to hate, but I would rather have you prepared. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing, you know. I think I turned up the heat on you guys at the right time, and some of you may not like it, some of you may do, but like, do you see what I'm saying though? At the right time, I think this is the time though, and I want you prepared. At least you're prepared. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? At least you're prepared when shit's going down. So I wish the best, bro, and I hope we all are here, and I hope I see you, but I am prepared for the worst case scenario, and you should be too. Make no mistake. I'm prepared for the worst. If things don't go my way, I'm ready. I have a scenario where everything goes wrong. Do you? And you got to be ready for that. And have a go bag financially, but you got to be ready. And if you get ready and prepared, you're gonna like me, and you'll be good. But that's what I'm saying, though. Above all else, call it what you want. Some plays will hit, some will miss, but you're not going to say we weren't prepared. You know what I'm saying? And I want all of you prepared. I don't want you. That's why I like it, calling things in advance, because when it hits, I don't want you to be surprised. I don't want you to be off balance. We were prepared, and we knew what was coming. So the more you get prepared, the better, baby. And I wish that for all of you. We're still Ralph Lauren, another one. Why are there so many Hims commercials during your stream? Because that's how they make the money. They got to pay the ads, bro. Hims kind of reminds me of DraftKings. Because once the advertising goes down, you want to see how much they make. But for now, yeah, that's it. There's commercials. You're on premium. UNH scamming. Reddit's still going, bro. So yeah, Reddit's launching. SPY is still just holding up. We are above the levels, man. That's crazy. Your phone is always listening. No. Nah, trust me, watch. Make the decision. Once you decide you are comfortable with how you look, and you're like, I don't need anything for my hair, you'll stop getting the ads. That's it. Deep down, you're interested. They're not listening to you, because I never get them. Ever since I was like, I don't give a fuck, I've just stopped getting them. So once they know you're set, that's it. Yeah, Trump is live. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I had long term. And I won't forget, Josh has said to say that 10%, and it gladly bounces up in the FOMO, and everybody's confused. And I won't forget the long-term stars. God bless the USA.
The 5th and 47th President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald Trump.
PP.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we got daily dudes, we got middle of the day dudes, we got dudes.
U.S. Investment Forum here in the vibrant capital of Riyadh. I'm Mohammed Dakhil, a Saudi journalist and TV presenter, and it's my great pleasure to be here with you today as we experience a living expression of one of the most influential bilateral relationships in the modern world, the strategic partnership between the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the United States of America. And today,
So get ready.
here
Again, Trump is
in this
coming on live
room,
right now.
It manifests in a very tangible.
So watch any AI chip.
With
Again, there's a couple of clothing plays that moved in advance. You're moving up again. No headlines yet.
Delegates in attendance with us today. 15 pivotal panel
You don't comment
discussions
on
and
woman on
focused
stream, but
dialogues
she is quite
across
beautiful.
very critical
Devin,
sectors.
how dare
And at
you?
the
It's
center
8
of
o'clock.
this momentum
Take a
are
lap,
the
brother.
strategic
Take a
economic
lap. You're not
partnership
banned, but
agreements.
24 hours,
Signed
take a
today,
fucking lap.
We're talking about
8 a.m.
145
Bro, and she's wearing a
investment
burqa.
agreements totaling
The
more
idea,
than
like, you not even, like, she's not even, you know what I'm saying? She's a
$300
beautiful woman,
What a
dressed
momentum.
very modestly.
What a moment.
At 8 a.m., you like, she could get it. What's wrong with you? It's 8 a.m.
This is really energetic. And
You should
we have
hear
with
what
us
this chat's saying,
the
energetic.
business leaders representing the strategic economic partnership agreements to commemorate this moment.
He not wrong? Well, you could go meet him and take a lap. Y'all could go make a buddy system. You taking a 24-hour lap too.
And the 45th and 47th President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald J. Trump. Welcome. Please join the business leaders representing the strategic economic partnership agreements for a memorable photograph.
Meta and City.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause and a deep appreciation for this moment and for our distinguished leaders.
FLR. Bro, High Ticker's gassing. So again, we're getting near the 5,900.
Witness this
This is one of the
that
levels. So
reflects
5896.
the trust
If it goes 5917, but really like
shared by
5937,
two
32.
nations to move
Get ready.
forward together.
But yeah, this is a big level.
As you can see,
Look at him
the leaders
smiling!
at the center of this frame shaping
Donald Trump,
the next
bro.
phase of prosperity for both nations.
Pizza, pizza.
The
Dude, it's
Kingdom
up
of Saudi
3%
Arabia
again?
And the United States of America.
Pizza, pizza. You guys know the... Oh my gosh. Wait a minute.
And now, distinguished guests, I'm deeply and truly honored to welcome His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud,
Oh,
Crown Prince and
Habibi.
Prime Minister, to
Trump
deliver
to
his
offer
speech.
Iran
Welcome, Your
brighter
Royal Highness.
future in
The stage is
speech.
yours. What a moment! What a moment! What a moment!
What a moment. What is with this music, bro? This is big, but... And you guys know this is pissing off Israel too, right? Because you know Trump made all of these deals and then cut out Israel. But yeah, there's a lot with Saudi, and then this does have some historics to it.
حيث تجمع بلدين صديقين علاقة اقتصادية عميقة بدأت قبل 92 عام وتحديدا في عام 1933 بتوقيع اتفاقية امتياز التنقيب على النفط في المملكة مع شركة ستاندرد أويل أوف كاليفورنيا. ونجتمع اليوم لتعميق هذه الشراكة الاستراتيجية في مراحلها المختلفة من اقتصاد قائم على الموارد الطبيعية إلى اقتصاد مبني على تنويع مصادر الدخل والمعرفة والابتكار. لقد كانت استثمارات المشتركة إحدى أهم الركائز في علاقاتنا الاقتصادية، والاقتصاد السعودي حالياً أكبر اقتصاد في المنطقة وأكبر شريك اقتصادي للولايات المتحدة الأمريكية في المنطقة، ومن أسرع الاقتصادات نمواً بين مجموعة العشرين. وقد انعكست متانة العلاقات الاقتصادية بين بلدينا على نمو تبادل تجاري إذ بلغ 500 مليار دولار خلال عام 2013 إلى 2024. واليوم نعمل على فرص شراكة بحجم 600 مليار دولار، من بينها اتفاقيات تزيد عن 300 مليار دولار تم الإعلان عنها خلال هذا المنتدى. وسنعمل خلال الأشهر القادمة على المرحلة الثانية لإتمام بقية الاتفاقيات لرفعها إلى تريليون دولار. وتمثل هذه الشراكة المتنامية امتدادا للتعاون المتعدد في المجالات العسكرية والأمنية والاقتصادية والتقنية، بما يعزز المنافع المتبادلة ويدعم فرص العمل في المملكة ويسهم في توطين الصناعة وتنمية المحتوى المحلي ونمو الناتج المحلي وتعد الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية وجهة رئيسية لصندوق الاستثمارات العامة حيث تستحوذ
You know what he said. He said get a fucking law term.
مما يعكس على ثقة قدرات الاقتصاد الأمريكي على الابتكار خصوصا في القطاعات الواعدة مثل التقنية والذكاء
Okay, I don't know. So listen, I stream alerted it. I'm not going to tell you guys because, again, you guys are going to front run it. There's a play out there related to Saudi Arabia. It just dawned upon me. But yeah, I didn't realize it, bro. It's literally, there's a play. So I made a gamble because I don't think it'll happen. But there is a play related to Saudi, and I feel like we might get a rumor eventually. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
صادرات المملكة غير نفطية ل 82 مليار دولار في عام 2024 كما تم توظيف أكثر من 2,400,000 مواطن ومواطنة وانخفضت نسبة البطالة إلى أدنى مستوى لها تاريخيا.
High Taker's going crazy, yeah.
إسهام المرأة في سوق العمل.
It's clear.
ختاما انني يا فخامه الرئيس على ثقه اننا اليوم نواصل البناء معكم ومستعدين.
I'll get for the white people. I got you.
And the largest economy in the region. Non-oil exports have increased.
I understood like half of what he was saying, 3/4.
Additionally, over 2.4 million male and female citizens were employed. The unemployment rate fell to its lowest historical levels with the multiplication of women's contribution to the labor market. In conclusion, Mr. President, I am confident that
said he's working on boosting investments to $1 trillion.
Based on the foundations
Again,
of
Palant.
Close partnership between our two countries. What we signed today is part of a greater ambition that invests the opportunities for cooperation and exchange of benefits. Mr. President, our joint action is not limited to economic cooperation, but extends towards bringing about security, stability, peace in the region and the world. Once again,
surprised they haven't said anything about crypto yet.
In the Kingdom of Saudi
A
Arabia,
firm going up.
To listening to your remark, Mr. President.
You cannot sign up for stream alerts anymore. No, we are temporarily closed. Maybe one day. Okay. So many weird pieces of news or like noises. They don't land the lands I love. That's such a good song, bro. I'm such a fan of that song. I genuinely love that song. It's a good song. To be an American, where at least I know I'm free. Wait, where's this playing from? Oh, that's the White House. Yeah. Saudis, of course they love him, bro. What do you mean? Middle Eastern, we love money and we love talent, so why not? So he's this guy, if he got one or the other, bro, we're fine with both of those things. You got both, even better. You know, so that's it, bro. Saudi working on boosting $1 trillion, yes, sir. Free and I won't. I think they're gonna copyright me though. Such a fucking banger though. Love it. And I can at least stand up next to you. Alrighty. A-net on the high. But yeah, we're gonna wait. No comments yet, but yeah, they already announced $600 billion investment. And people talked a $2 trillion number, and then homeboy just said $1 trillion investment. So, again, that's part of today, too. Just think about it. These are investment. Remember Oracle and all that other stuff and how that played out. But, yeah, you got a lot going on there. Yeah, they said $600 billion, then he just talked about another $1 trillion. So, I think we're near 1.6, but this is all bullish in that sense. Come on. Gladly standing at the time, and I buy the long-term stocks. When he says to buy stocks, I follow the tweet. Okay. I'm muting it because I don't want to get banned. Yeah, I don't. That's why I'm not listening to it. Because sometimes with those tracks, they'll just copyright you for no reason. So, you know, great American classics.
What great people. I want to thank His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince, for that incredible introduction. He's an incredible man.
Pizza.
Known him a long time now.
Pizza.
There's nobody like him. Thank you very much. Appreciate it very much, my friend.
Very much. I appreciate him.
And it's a tremendous honor to return to this beautiful kingdom and be welcomed back with such extraordinary generosity and warmth. I've never forgotten the exceptional hospitality
Google going up
showed
now.
to us by
Yo, Google waking up.
King Solomon, who's just
nothing hit the wire yet. Saying Trump begins remarks.
That is a great man.
So this might have live headlines.
Man, a great family.
And Elon is right behind the prince.
Exactly 8 years ago, the graciousness of the royal family and the
thank you, Habibi. Thank you.
Is really unsurpassed, no matter where you go. Let me also thank the countless ministers, government officials, business leaders, and distinguished guests for that warm welcome. Very warm, and I know so many of you. I'd like to call out all of your names, but we have a lot of problems. We'd be here for a long time. We don't want that, so don't be upset. With this historic state visit, we celebrate more than 80 years of close partnership.
Again, Google started waking up.
States and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Ever since President Franklin Roosevelt met with King Solomon's father, King Abdul Aziz, aboard the USS Quincy in 1945, the U.S.-Saudi relationship has been a bedrock of security and prosperity. Today we reaffirm this important bond, and we take the next steps to make our relationship
Wells Fargo all day, bro. Another pop on Banks.
Ever before.
He said Prince Ali, Prince Aziz.
Ever before.
Trump taking next steps to make relationships stronger. New high. Yo, something's going on in Nvidia.
It will remain that way.
He's about to say something on Nvidia.
In and out like other people.
They just popped. Again, Banks too. You hit a high and now we're coming down. Something's bubbling.
I've come this
U.S. lets them buying over 1 million advanced Nvidia chips. There it is.
Sharing the abundance of good news from a place called America. In less than 4 months, our new administration has achieved more than most other administrations accomplish in 4 years or even 8 years. We've actually done for the most part
again,
more.
there's a headline on UAE and Nvidia chips. It popped and locked. I just think there's a lot of movement already. But watch out, and then Palantir is leading the way. Yes, sir.
Office, we inherited a colossal
again, this is live right now. These headlines are all going to hit. These are all fresh.
You never want to see here.
So be careful. It could swing any direction, and you could say anything.
We slashed illegal border crossings to an all-time low, down 99.999%. That's good. Even
That's
for
good.
The straight gentleman standing right in front of me. That's a good number. We had hundreds of thousands of people. They came in at the same time last year. And last month, we had, in this massive border, 3 people that got in. That's quite a difference. And we have no chance.
Okay, Nvidia just going through that premium move. Watch if it takes off now. Intel's already getting love, but Nvidia's the winner. AMD, Broadcom, and a couple of others following along. But watch now, and then Coinbase breaking out. This is a big level for Coinbase, 250. Keep that in mind. Crypto has not really moved, though. Again, Coinbase is moving on S&P news.
Such an incredible spirit in the United States of America. We have tremendous spirit again. Just about a year ago, it was a big story, front page on every paper all over the world, that nobody wanted to enlist in our military, meaning we were way under enlisted. And just
Boeing.
Last week it came out that we had
SPY's still gradually at the highs. Remember, guys, this is a level. You're right at the 5,900 right now. So that's it. It's either going to break and rip another 10 points, or we're going to reject and come down. But again, 59.13 or 59.32. That is your next spot.
Poll from Rasmussen just showed that the number of Americans who believe the nation is on the right track, they have a right track, wrong track.
Or Oracle. Don't forget about that in AI.
Over 20 years.
We said that earlier. Palant moving now too, and coin again.
Anything like this because for many years it was the wrong track, and I can tell you.
Okay, more the high ticker's picking up. More banks too. Morgan Stanley, Citi, Airbnb, and Palantir. Now you got Ethereum playing along.
We named the Gulf of Mexico.
The Gulf of America.
Gulf of America. That was very popular, other than perhaps with Mexico.
other than with
And most
Mexico.
importantly for the people in this room, the
Dog,
days
Palant.
of economic misery under the
Bro,
last
Palanter's going
administration
insane.
are rapidly giving way to the greatest economy in the history of the world. We are rocking. The United States is the
We are
hottest
rocking.
country, with the exception of your country, I have to say, right? I'm not going to take that on. No, Mohammed, I'm not going to take that on.
Thank you, Donald.
Wouldn't that be a
Thank you,
terrible
Donald.
thing if I made that
Donald,
full
so
statement?
thank
But
you,
I will
Donald.
not
You
do it.
know
You're
that
hotter.
mean a lot, Donald.
At
Thank
least
you.
as long as I'm up here, you're hotter.
Oh, thank you, Donald.
But
Stop
groceries,
it. You don't
gasoline,
have to,
energy,
Donald.
and all
Thank
other
you.
prices are
I love the
down
art
with
of
no
the deal,
inflation.
Donald.
If no
Very good
inflation
book.
in a few short
Very
weeks,
good book, Donald.
We've created 464,000 brand new jobs. Think of that. It's almost 500,000 jobs created just in a matter of weeks. We just reached a historic trade agreement with the United Kingdom, and over the weekend we reached a breakthrough agreement with China. Both outstanding deals. China's agreed. We have to get it down. We have to get the little details down. And Scott, you're going to work on that very
Margie
hard.
doesn't
but
like hearing
China's
that.
agreed to open up.
It slows
to the
down every
United
time
States for
they talk
trade
about
and
papering
everything
it.
else.
205, bro.
But
You're
they
in
have to
between
do it,
levels
so
on
we'll see
Boeing.
what happens, but we had a very, very good meeting with both of those countries. We are cutting 10 old regulations for every new regulation. We're getting rid of all of the red tape that is so many, frankly,
VRT
countries, as they
again.
get older, they develop a lot of red tape, and we're getting rid of it. We're getting rid
All right,
of it
get
at
ready.
record levels.
You guys are flying
And I'm
blind.
pleased to
Boeing going
report
up.
that
I'm going to go to the
United
bathroom.
States Congress is
Follow
on
me
the
on
verge of
Instagram, at the
passing
Trading
largest
Fraternity.
tax
BRB.
cut and regulation cut in American history. We think we're in good shape to get that. And if we get that, that will be like a rocket ship for our country. In the first quarter of the year, the investment in America was up an astounding 22%. More than $10 trillion of new investments have been announced or are coming just since the election on November 5th. So think of that. In a very short period of time, we have over $10 trillion, and it could be much higher than that. Not everybody comes to the White House to have a news conference that they're going to be opening up in America, but they're all coming in at numbers that we've never seen before. If you take a look at other presidencies, they wouldn't do $1 trillion sometime in years. We did this in essentially 2 months because you have to say we got into office and they gave me about a month to clean up and fix up the Oval Office. And after that, we started working. And the money is pouring in, the jobs are pouring
Okay,
in,
I'm
the
back.
companies are pouring into our country.
Everything's pouring. It's like it's raining. You think it was raining money.
We let
It's
other
all
people
pouring in.
Tariff us
But we're not
into
poor. We're
losing
rich.
A lot of money and a lot of
We're
jobs,
rich
and
now.
we're
More money than ever.
tariffing them, and it's
Oh,
at a
DJT
level
with
that
a rocket ship emoji?
nobody's seen.
Yeah, that's
It's a
great,
level
bro.
that,
Fuck yeah.
is making us a very much different country and a very different Republican Party. We won a tremendous victory in November. We won all 7 swing states, the popular vote by millions and millions of votes. The Electoral College, we won by 312 to 226. Remember, they said, well, we could get to 270. No, we got to 312. That's a big difference. And very importantly, we won counties throughout the United States, 2,660 to 451. That's why when you look at a map, they're all red. The whole country is red. Red stands for Republican. From the moment
You're tired
on
of
and
hearing
from
Donnie talk about the
moment we
election?
started,
Well,
we've
listen,
seen
man.
wealth that just
I had to
poured and
listen to
is
4
pouring
years of
back
Joe
into
Biden
America.
and Elizabeth
Apple is
Warren telling me they beat Big
$500
Pharma.
billion.
You're going to fucking hear this
Nvidia is
again.
investing,
Okay?
and I see my friend
So
is
get
here.
used to it.
Jensen, that's very good, wherever you may
We got
be.
43
Thank you
more
very
months
much, 'cause
of
he's
this
putting in
shit.
$500 billion.
Okay?
TSMC is investing.
TSMC. Wow.
Where is Jensen, by the way? Where
Okay,
is he?
he's
standing
talking to
here.
Nvidia
Where is he?
and
I just saw
TSM.
that. Thank you very much, Jensen. I mean, Tim Cook isn't here,
Oh.
but you are.
Oh.
What a
oh.
job you've done.
Okay, I'm going to sell my
Said
apples
he's
now.
got 99% of the chip market. I don't know.
I said
That's
I
a
wanted
big-
to get rid of
that's-
those.
That's
Yeah.
not easy to beat. But what
I'm
a
going to take
job
the
you've done. Thank you.
200% on
We are
the
proud
free
to have
apples
you
from
in our
this week.
country. You know that.
Give me my fucking.
Thank you for the
Damn, those are
investment.
worth a lot.
TSMC is investing $200
Yeah,
billion
bro,
in
he's
this
like-
trip. We're adding
Jensen's
over $1
here. I
trillion
don't see
more
Tim.
in terms of
That's
investment.
unfortunate. Tim
Investment
didn't
into our
watch the
country
watch
and buying
list,
our
it looks
products.
like.
And, nobody makes military equipment like us. We have the best military equipment, the best missiles, the best rockets, the best everything. Best submarines, by the way. Most lethal weapon in the world. In addition to purchases of $142 billion of American-made military equipment by our great Saudi partners, the largest ever. This week there are multi-billion-dollar commercial deals.
I don't think it's
with
going to kill
Amazon,
Apple. I just wanted to sell those
Oracle,
calls.
AMD,
So then I just got out of it.
Uber,
AMD,
Qualcomm,
Uber,
Johnson & Johnson, and many, many more.
Wait, J&J there? Oh, come on, J&J's
So I
down
want to
3.5.
Congratulate everybody. So many great business executives. Many of you, most of you, I know. And they're coming in, about a month ago.
Yeah, that's hitting the wire. Trump says to Wong, Tim Cook is in here, but you are.
Thank you very much. It's amazing what a...
Okay, new high on the SPY.
rising
Every
market
company
will
he
do.
listed except J&J took a
It's
candle.
gonna get a lot
But now
higher.
J&J's trying to
Like I
off the
told
bottom.
people
Again, he mentioned everybody
weeks
that's
ago,
there right now in
it's a great
Saudi.
time to buy. I got
Uber,
criticized for that.
TSM,
Now they don't
Nvidia,
criticize me anymore.
Qualcomm, J&J.
People should listen, but it's going to go a
Okay,
lot
new
higher.
high.
You're gonna see
Get ready
we've
for
never
energy.
had
Watch
anything like this
VRT,
happen. It's an
Johnson,
explosion
and all those other ones.
of investment
Constellation.
and jobs and great companies are coming
Okay, new
in.
high.
Never
You're
seen
above
anything like
5,900,
it.
I believe,
There's
or we're right there.
No better place to make a future or make a fortune.
Trump says market
Anything,
will go
frankly,
higher.
than what
That's
we have in
hitting.
the United States of
Oracle,
America
too. He
under
said there will be
President
deals with
Donald J.
Amazon,
Trump.
Oracle,
I have
and
the right
others.
attitude. I have the same attitude that the people in the front row, second row,
58999.
third row have.
We technically did not
As
break
you
it.
get back, perhaps they start to wane a little bit in terms of their view, but they understand, and we're doing what a lot of smart people would do, and we're not necessarily being politically correct. You saw what we did yesterday with healthcare. We've cut our healthcare by 50 to 90%. You're going to see drugs and pharmaceuticals come down at numbers that nobody has ever seen. And drugs, pharmaceuticals, we think will be dropping. And it'll be a redistribution of costs with other nations, which
Oracle's
really took
moving
advantage of
now.
a very nice
Damn, we should have took Oracle in the
group of
morning.
people that ran our country.
Oh.
But not only is this
We
a
usually
time
hit
of
Oracle.
incredible excitement in the United
Again, he
States,
said
it's
stocks are going to
also
go higher.
an exhilarating
The market
period.
isn't getting the
Right here in
juice.
the Arabian
I don't know how this one's going to
Peninsula.
hit, but
Beautiful
yeah.
place, by the way. Beautiful place. Exactly. Thank you. Exactly 8 years ago this month, I stood in this very room and looked forward to a future in which the nations of this region would drive the forces of terrorism and extremism, drive them right out of existence, and take your place among
Dude, you
the
hit
proudest,
0.1
most
away
prosperous,
from the
most
level.
successful nations anywhere
And
in
then
the
now you're
world.
coming down after he
As
listed
leaders
everybody
of
and
a
said buy.
modern and
He didn't say
rising
buy,
Middle
he
East.
just
So
said stocks
exciting.
will go higher.
So exciting. Mohammed, you sleep at night? How do you sleep?
No, Donald, I sleep. Donald, you don't sleep, Donald. Donald, that's what they say about you, Donald. I don't know, Donald. No, thank you, Donald. I get very rest, Donald. You don't sleep, Donald. That's you who do not sleep, Donald. How you do it, Donald?
The ones that will never take you to the promised land, won't they? But you have done
Donald,
some
you
job.
know promised land, you not infidel, Donald. Wow, Donald, no promised land. Donald, thank you,
Critics
Donald.
doubted that it was possible what you've done, but
Wow.
over the past 8 years, Saudi Arabia has proved the critics totally wrong. The transformation that has occurred, even by these incredible business leaders. I mean, you had the biggest leaders in business anywhere in the world standing right.
Yeah, bonds
before
are
us.
getting destroyed.
But the
They
transformation
say you're like a
that has
point or
occurred
two
under
away
the
from
leadership
freaking out
of King
as we hit the
Salman
level, ironically enough. And now
Crown
gold is on the
Prince
high.
Mohammed
So
has
watch
been
out. We hit the
truly
high and coming down.
extraordinary. Such a
We had our
thing
first
has, I don't
pullback
think,
when
ever
gold started
happened
going up
before.
again.
I've never seen anything at that scale happen before. And I guess, maybe you could say the United States is doing pretty well too, but I don't think too many people have seen that happen before. Majestic skyscrapers, the towers that I see, the difference between
Donald,
now and
Donald, don't bring up
8
towers,
years ago.
Donald.
And 8 years ago
Bad
was
time
very
to bring up
impressive, but
tower,
the
Donald.
towers that I see rising, some of the exhibits that I was
Go
shown
back to
by
AI, Donald. Back to AI.
Mohammed, if what I've seen there is just an amazing, it's an amazing process, amazing genius of so many people, architecture, but I have a feeling I know where many of those ideas came from. Happens to be sitting right in this room right before me, but the towers and all of the different, I've seen a lot of different towers. I didn't think there's any version of a tower that I haven't seen
Apple
in one
coming
form
down.
or another. I just passed 4 exhibits. I have never seen anything like any of them. So it's going to be very exciting. And they sit among the ancient wonders of a growing and exciting city. It's really amazing. Riyadh is becoming not just a seat of government, but a major business, cultural, and high-tech capital of the entire world. The World Cup is here. Johnny, just stand up, Johnny. Johnny, thank you, Johnny. Great job, Johnny, great job. But the World Cup and the World Expo will soon be coming here, just like the World Cup is coming to the United States. It's going to be really exciting next year. The engines of Formula One racing now roar through.
U.S.
the streets
plans
of
to
Jeddah.
phase out fluoride-containing
Milestone
supplements.
Other industries recently
Hey, yo, who would that affect?
Oil. Think of it. All of your other
Watch
industries
oil. Who
now have
makes
surpassed
fluoride
oil.
supplements?
I don't know if a lot of people will
I don't know.
understand
That's coming
what
out.
that means.
Associated
It's so
Press.
big to make up a majority of the
Toothpaste?
Saudi economy for the very first time
No
ever.
way.
So think of that.
Yeah, you
Other
guys are right.
industries are
Toothpaste.
now bigger even than oil,
It's not
which is always
reacting.
gonna
I'm
be a
early
big
on that,
monster.
but yeah.
It's a big
Watch.
one.
Procter
But,
Gamble,
that's a
Colgate.
great tribute to you and economic development properly used. In other cities throughout the peninsula, places like Dubai and Abu Dhabi, Doha, Muscat, the transformations have been unbelievably remarkable. Before our eyes, a new generation of leaders is transcending the ancient conflicts of tired divisions of the past and forging a future where the Middle East is defined by commerce, not chaos, where it exports technology, not terrorism, and where people of different nations, religions, and creeds are building cities together, not bombing each other out of existence. We don't want that.
Yeah, dude, this is crazy. Because again, if you guys don't understand, part of the
And it's
drama
crucial for the wider
is that
world to
Trump
know
offered
this
Saudi
great
Arabia
transformation has not come
all
from
of this stuff without making them agree to stop in
flying
conflict with Israel.
people in beautiful
So
planes,
even then,
giving you
him saying
lectures on how
that,
to live
that
and
I mean,
how to
that is a
govern
little
your
bit
own
of shade
affairs.
towards
No,
Israel.
the gleaming marvels of Riyadh
And even
and
if
Abu
it wasn't,
Dhabi
they'll probably
were not
take it that
created
way.
by the so-called nation
because of
builders,
how it played out.
neocons, or liberal nonprofits like those who spent trillions and trillions of dollars failing to develop Kabul, Baghdad, so many other cities. Instead, the birth of a modern Middle East has been brought by the people of the region themselves, the people that are right here, the people that have lived here all their lives, developing
Man,
your own
I
sovereign
should have held
countries,
those.
pursuing your own unique visions and charting your own destinies in your own way. It's really incredible what you've done. In the end, the so-called nation builders wrecked far more
PRGO
nations
makes
than
the
they built,
majority
and
of
the
fluoride supplements.
interventionists
Perigo.
were
They didn't
intervening
move.
in complex
So you might get a
societies
jump if you're right.
that They did not even understand.
But nothing really
themselves.
reacted to that.
They
I
told
thought
you
it
how
would.
to do it, but they had no idea how to do it themselves. Peace, prosperity, and progress ultimately came not from a
Coin. We haven't heard anything on Bitcoin, but some of them are moving now.
From embracing your national traditions and embracing that same heritage that you love so dearly.
Oh, thank you, Donald.
And it's something only you could do. You achieved a modern miracle, the Arabian way. That's a good way.
Oh, thank you, Donald. You shouldn't have Donald. Thank you. The American way.
Today,
Wow,
the
Donald.
Gulf nations
Thank
have
you,
shown
Donald.
this entire region a path towards safe and orderly societies with improving quality of life, flourishing economic growth, expanding personal freedoms, and
My
increasing
heart, Donald. My
responsibilities
heart.
on the world
Oh,
stage.
thank you, Donald.
After so many decades of conflict, finally it is within our grasp to reach the future that generations before us could only dream about a land of peace, safety, harmony, opportunity, innovation, and achievement right here in the Middle East. So beautiful. It's such a beautiful thing that's happening. I guess, you know, the people that are here can't even really appreciate it because you see it happening, and it's when you come to a place that you haven't seen in 5 years or 10 years or 20 years that it's even more incredible. When I left office just over 4 years ago, that future seemed almost impossible, what you've done. Together we had obliterated the killers of ISIS. We
Oh yeah, Euro closed too, you guys.
Its founder
I'm about to start doing some push-ups.
al-Baghdadi.
But ironically, we melted up a little after Euro, and now we're a little lower. Uranium plays moving again.
It's a very big deal.
Yeah, utilities.
And united the nations of the region to stand against the enemies of all civilization. We'd imposed unprecedented
a little bit. As I said, crypto's trying to move, but only Coinbase is moving for now.
Of resources to fund terror, they were unable to
El
fund anything
Baghdadi.
because they had no money left. They had no money. But the new administration came in and let them have a lot of money, and you saw what happened. It was not money well spent.
STX climbing back
and
up.
With the historic Abraham Accords that we're so proud
and
of,
Micron now,
all the
and Google.
momentum was aimed at peace. And it aimed very successfully. It's been an amazing thing, the Abraham Accords. And it's my fervent hope, wish, and even my dream that Saudi Arabia, a place I have such respect for, especially over the last fairly short period of time, what you've been able to do, but we'll soon be joining the Abraham Accords. I think it'll be a tremendous tribute to your country. And
hey, yo, Mexico.
Something that's really
Hi.
very important for
Why
the
is
future of the
Mexico
Middle
started
East.
ripping during all of this?
They took a risk in doing
Yeah, bro,
that,
Mexico gapping up
they've
right
been
now.
An absolute bonanza for the country.
So literally, the country, I'm checking currency right now.
The administration did nothing for 4 years. We would have had it filled out.
Yeah,
But
it's
it'll
just
be a
it's
special
tracking
day in
along,
the
but
Middle
slight
East
gap
with
up.
the
Something
whole
good is
world
happening in
watching
Mexico
when
now.
Saudi Arabia joins
So that's
us,
number
and
2.
You'll be greatly
Right now, it's all
honoring
been
me,
about,
and
like,
you'll
we
be
haven't even heard
greatly
China,
honoring all of those
but
people
we
that
heard
have
one
fought
quote
so
early.
hard for the Middle
It's been all
East,
about
and I
Saudi,
really think it's
AI,
gonna
and
be
all
something
this, but
special.
now, literally,
You'll do it in your
Mexico
own
is
time,
gapping
and that's
up.
what I want, and that's
Bonds
what
are
you
just
want, and that's the way
destroyed.
it's going to be.
Again, we're going to freak
When I
out on
left
this in
office,
like
the
2
only
days.
thing still standing between
have
this
too much
region
FOMO
and
now
its
to the
unbelievable
upside, but
potential
people will start.
was a small
Just
group
let it
of
hit the
rogue
low of the year.
actors and violent
But for now,
thugs
Mexico.
seeking constantly
And then Google
to drag
breaking
the
out
Middle
to the
East
new high.
backward and into havoc, mayhem, and indeed into war. Unfortunately, instead of confronting these destructive forces, the last U.S. administration chose to enrich them and empower them and give them billions and billions of dollars. The Biden administration, the worst administration in the history of our country, by the way, spurned our most trusted and longstanding Gulf partners, and I can say partners worldwide, one of our great, great partners, no matter who we look to, and we have great partners in the world. But we have none
TSM still,
stronger
too, and oil now.
Nobody like the gentleman that's right before me. He's your greatest representative. Greatest representative.
Donald, you are too kind, Donald. So kind, Donald. You are so kind,
And
Donald.
if I didn't
Thank
like
you.
him, I'd get out of here so fast. You know that, don't you? He knows
I
me
know,
well.
Donald. I know,
do.
Donald.
I like him a
Thank you.
lot.
I
like
know,
him too
Donald.
much.
I
That's why
like
we
you
give
a
so
lot
much,
too, Donald.
You know? Too much. I like you too much.
Donald, please, prayer hand emoji, Donald. Thank you, Donald.
Great
I
guy.
love
They
you,
lifted
Donald.
sanctions on
Wow, Donald.
Iran in exchange for
I get you
nothing.
another plane, Donald.
And
Another
sent the
one.
regime tens of
I
billions of
after
dollars
my
to
heart
fund terror and death
worth
all
2
over the
plane for you,
world, and
Donald. Thank you.
They laughed at him. They laughed at our
Thank
leader.
you, Donald.
And they're still laughing at our leader. They thought him a fool.
I thought
And
he
they
was
made
stupid,
nothing but
Donald.
trouble ever
Very
since,
stupid
including
man,
the funding
Donald.
of October
But he
7th,
make me
one
a
of the
lot of
worst
money,
days ever in
Donald.
the
I
history
like
of the
you
Middle
more,
East. Horrible day.
but very stupid
Biden
guy,
removed
Donald.
the Houthis
You
from
much
the list of
smarter,
foreign
Donald.
terrorist organizations, even while missiles and drones were being launched right here at your beautiful city of Riyadh and launched at ships if they happened to be sailing in the wrong location. The Biden administration's extreme weakness and gross incompetence derailed progress toward peace, destabilized the region, and put at risk everything we had worked so hard to build together. And when you think of the great achievements that you've made to do it in light of a pretty hostile administration, an administration that was not a believer it makes your achievements even greater. Makes them even greater, you know that. But in a few short months since taking office, we have achieved the swift return of American strength at home and abroad.
Okay, oil up,
now working with the
getting
vast
currency
majority of
moves,
people
but
in this
spies
region
getting a
who
little
seek
weaker.
stability and
I mean,
calm.
it's still
Our
gapped.
task is to unify against
You're
the few
having a
agents
great
of
day
chaos
still.
and
Dow is
terror that
down,
are
but
left
yeah,
and that
you
are
look at
holding
that right at the
hostage
level and
dreams
then
of
sell.
Millions and millions of great people. The biggest and most destructive of these forces is the regime in Iran, which has caused unthinkable suffering in Syria, Lebanon, Gaza, Iraq, Yemen, and beyond. There could be no sharper contrast with the path you have pursued on the Arabian Peninsula than the disaster unfolding right
Yeah,
across
James, we were all
the
having
Gulf
fun making jokes. You just took
of
it
Iran.
a little weird.
Think of
A little
that.
weirder there for your first
They wanted
comment.
to
I had
name
to
it
get
that.
rid of
I
you.
said, "They're not gonna let
So
them do
appreciate
that."
you.
You mind if I
$4.99,
stop
please.
that? I stopped it.
But yeah, that one. Just
We're not
let's
gonna
keep
let
it.
that happen.
Let's rein it back in. Let's rein it back in. Donald.
While you have been
Donald.
constructing the world's tallest skyscrapers in Jeddah and Dubai, Tehran's 1979 landmarks are collapsing
I'm the
into
Riyadh
rubble
James.
and dust. They had it going for
What's
a
up,
little
baby?
while under a much different system.
Beyond
But
kind
those
of ripping.
buildings are largely falling apart, falling down, while you're building some of the world's biggest and most incredible infrastructure projects. Buildings, all sorts of things you're building that nobody's ever even seen before. Iran's decades of neglect and mismanagement have left the country.
You grabbed two
plagued by rolling
Teslas? That's not
blackouts
allowed.
lasting
You're
for
banned. Don't
hours
post
a
any
day.
place. Please read the
All
rules.
the time you hear
No
about
pumping.
it.
Thank you.
While your skill has turned
You can
dry
pay the
deserts
plug,
into fertile
but I hope you make
farmland,
money. You
Iran's
don't need to
leaders
tell
have
anyone.
managed to turn green farmland into dry deserts as their corrupt water mafia, it's called it the water mafia, causes droughts and empty riverbeds. They get rich, but they don't let the people have any of it. And then, of course, there's the key difference at the root of it all. While the Arab states have focused on becoming pillars of regional stability and world commerce, Iran's leaders have focused on stealing their people's wealth to fund terror and bloodshed abroad. Most tragic of all, they have dragged down
Oh, that sounds familiar.
an
Mexico's
entire
still moving.
region with them. Countless lives were lost in the Iranian effort to maintain a crumbling
Okay,
regime
SPY a
in
little
Syria.
lower. You're
Look
just
at
giving
what
up like an
happened to
hour of
Syria.
gains.
In Lebanon,
You're getting back right
their
below Euro
Hezbollah
close.
proxies have pillaged the hopes of a nation whose capital, Beirut, was once called the Paris of the Middle East. Can you imagine? All of this misery and so much more was entirely avoidable, absolutely avoidable. And Mohammed knew that. He knew that. Smart people knew that. If only the Iranian regime had focused on building their nation up instead of tearing the region down. Yet I'm here today not merely to condemn the past chaos of Iran's leaders, but to offer them a new path and a much better path toward a far better and more hopeful future. As I've shown repeatedly, I am willing to end
Why do
past
I ban
conflicts
people
and
that post
forge
the
new
plays? Because they're not
partnerships for a
reading the
better and
rules.
more stable world,
And they probably have a
even if
different
our
motive.
differences may be very profound, which
If you
obviously
can't read
they
the
are
rules
in the
and
case
show
of
me that you're
Iran.
not really listening, you
I
don't
have
get
never
value out of
believed
here
in
and you add a
having
distraction.
permanent enemies.
So I have to get rid of
am
you.
Different than a lot of people think.
Simple.
I don't like permanent
Very simple.
enemies, but sometimes
Blocked.
you need enemies to do the job.
So again,
and you
watch
have to do
Coin
it
too.
right.
They moved hand in
Enemies
hand.
get you motivated. In fact, some of the closest friends of the United States of America are nations we fought wars against in generations.
Getting gold on the
past,
high. He's
and
talking
now
smack
they're
about Iran.
Our friends and our allies. I want to make a deal with Iran. If I can make a deal with Iran, I'll be very happy. If we're going to make your region and the world a safer place. But if Iran's leadership rejects this olive branch and continues to attack their neighbors, then we will have no choice but to inflict massive maximum pressure, drive Iranian oil exports to
watch oil.
zero, like I did before.
Yeah, he's talking.
You know that?
People thought this
They
was
were
chill because Iran
a
was being
virtually
nice the other day.
bankrupt country because of what I did. They had no money for terror. They had no money for Hamas or Hezbollah. And take all action
you,
required
baby.
to stop the regime from ever having a nuclear weapon. Iran will never have a nuclear weapon.
Wow,
But with that said, Iran can have a much brighter future, but will never allow America and its allies to be threatened with terrorism or nuclear attack. The choice is theirs to make. We really want them to be a successful country. We want them to be a wonderful, safe,
He's offering them a wedge issue.
They cannot have a nuclear weapon.
That's what I'm saying. First he was nice, and then he went in saying
forever.
stuff that they don't like,
The
but then
time
he's
is
saying he's willing to
right now
look
for them
past
to
everything.
choose. Right now, we don't have a lot of time to wait.
Interesting.
Things are happening at a very fast pace.
Offer will not last
Happening
forever.
right here,
Yeah.
happening at a very fast pace. So they have to make their move right now. One way they
Very
make the
interesting.
move, as I said in my inaugural address.
So in the
my
middle of
greatest
this,
hope is to be a
cutting out
peacemaker, to
Israel,
be a
then going in
unifier.
front of Saudis,
I don't like war.
and offering
We have
Iran
the greatest military, by the way, in the history of the world. And I
a stick
rebuilt
or
our
a carrot.
military
Very
in my
interesting.
first 4 years and rebuilt it into the
Limited
most
time
powerful
offer.
military there is. And you saw that when I knocked out ISIS in 3 weeks. People said it would take 4 years, 5 years. I did it. We did it in 3 weeks.
I can't turn
Just
up
days
Donald.
ago,
I
my
can ban you
administration
so that you're
successfully
more
brokered a
frustrated,
historic
and then you will
ceasefire to
quickly
stop
move
the
to another
escalating
channel
violence
so that
between
you could get what you
India
want.
and Pakistan.
So I hope that helps.
And I used trade to a large extent to do it. I said, fellas, come on, let's make a deal. Let's do some trading. Let's not trade nuclear missiles. Let's trade.
Donald,
the
great
things that you
idea,
make
Donald.
so
Wow,
beautifully.
I agree,
And they
Donald.
both have very powerful
Such
leaders.
good
very
idea,
strong
Donald.
leaders, good leaders, smart leaders. And it all stopped. Hopefully it'll remain that way, but it all stopped. I was very proud of Marco Rubio and all of the people that worked so hard. Marco, stand up. What a great job you did on that. Thank you, J.D. Vance.
AWS and Humane announced $5 billion
The whole group
investment
worked with you, but
to
there was a
accelerate
great
AI
job.
adoption in Saudi
And,
Arabia and globally.
Actually
AWS
getting
and
along. Maybe we can
Humane.
even get
Amazon.
them together a little bit, Marco, where they go out and have a nice dinner together. Wouldn't that be nice? But we've come a long way, and that's could be, millions of people could have died from that conflict that started off small and was getting bigger and bigger and bigger by the day. I've also been working relentlessly to end the terrible bloodshed between Russia and Ukraine, and very importantly, talks are being held in Turkey later this week, probably on
I might be
Thursday.
there. I might go.
And they could produce some pretty good results. Our people are going to be going there. Marco's going to be going there. Others are going to be going, and we'll see if we can get it done. 5,000 people, young people for the most part, soldiers from Ukraine, soldiers from Russia. They're not from here, and they're not from the United States.
Dude,
but they're
coin
souls.
again.
They're souls. I think usually, mostly, they're young, beautiful souls that left their parents waving goodbye, left their brothers and sisters. Goodbye, I'll see you soon. And they got blown to pieces. 5,000 on average a week.
Okay,
they
Bitcoin
died.
moving now.
And people are dying elsewhere in the region, but tremendous
But
numbers.
remember,
that
this is what I was
we
telling
haven't
you guys
seen
an
since
hour or
World
two
War II
ago.
are dying.
When this starts to
And I
slow
wanna
down,
stop
the
it.
money might
I
go
wanna
back to
stop it.
crypto again.
It's a horrible war. Would have
And
never
coin all
happened if
day
I
just
were
because the
president.
S&P inclusion.
That's a war that would have never happened. October 7th would have never happened if I were president, because Iran had no money to pay Hamas or anybody else. They had no money. They were not looking to take care of them. They had to take care of themselves. They had no money. We stopped their oil effectively with the embargoes and sanctions. But let me take this opportunity to thank the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for the constructive role that you've played in facilitating the Ukraine talks. And it really is, you've been amazing. You've made everything available to us. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. AMD, bro. I took in. I sold
And
for a
if we
loss
get that
too early.
settled, we'll pay a
That one
special
hit.
tribute
I
to
took a
what
loss
you've
on
done.
that
You
one.
really did
If you
lay
held
great
it, you got
groundwork.
it.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
But yeah, AMD has got that. They're the only one
The
really
West should
popping and
not be
holding.
dragging itself backward into another.
They're probably going to announce
endless
something else
war
right
in
now. It
Europe,
has to
yet
be. Yeah.
another endless
Oh, I
war.
whiffed, bro.
We should stop the killing and work
Ugh.
together to address the biggest long-term threats as one unbeatable team. Think of us as an unbeatable team. I mean, when you look at what you've done here, that's much more difficult than
Yeah, the play's doubled,
stopping
bro. Fuck me.
Stupidity.
I sold for a
Think
loss
of it.
for no reason.
It's stupidity.
Yeah.
What you've done is much more difficult, and you did it better than anybody else has ever done it. As President of the United States.
It's too late to chase. We had it. That was my whiff of
my
the day.
preference will always be for peace and partnership whenever those outcomes
Coin
can be
again.
achieved. Always. It's always going to be that way. Only a fool would think otherwise. In recent years, far too many American
Yeah, crypto plays are green,
presidents
dude.
have been afflicted with the notion
They shouldn't
that
be.
it's
They
our
held
job to
premium
look
all
into the
day, and now
souls of
now they're
foreign
up.
leaders and use U.S. policy to dispense justice for their sins. They love
For their
using
sins?
up very powerful
PG on the low. Maybe it's
and now
reacting
really
to
most
the
powerful
fluoride
it's ever
shit.
been. We just
And then
getting a
AMD.
budget
I got the
approved,
Amazon
$1
headline. It didn't. I think
highest
AMD is
budget
about to announce something.
we've ever had
But
in
they just
history
went up.
for military. $1 trillion, and we're getting the greatest
And
missiles.
then where's
the greatest
Airbnb
weapons,
at?
and,
Tell
you know,
Brian
I
Chesky
hate-
I'm watching
I
him.
hate to do it, but you have
You
to
know
do it
that?
because we believe in peace through strength.
Here,
You have
I'll
to
tell
have the
you guys
strength,
this.
otherwise
Are you
bad
ready?
Things could happen, but hopefully
I'll tell you after this,
we'll never
when
have to
Trump's
use any of
done.
those weapons.
I have a huge thing to
Seems
tell
to
you.
be an awfully big waste of money.
You
We're
got to
never gonna
watch
use
out.
them,
But
hopefully we'll never
Airbnb,
have to
Brian
use them because
Chesky,
the destructive power
if you
of
dump
some of
on
those
retail,
weapons
bro,
are
oh,
like
you
nobody's
and me
seen
have big
before.
problems.
I believe it is God's job to sit in judgment, my job to defend America, and to
Amen.
promote the fundamental interest of stability, prosperity, and peace. That's what I really want to do. I will
Amen.
never
May the Lord
hesitate
bless
to
you, Donald.
wield American power
Who
if
did
it's
that? That's how
necessary
you
to
say that,
defend the
Donald
United
Bad Man.
States
Shut
or
up.
to
Shut
help
up. Get a long term.
defend
Shut the
our
fuck up and
allies.
get a long term right now. I want to hear it. Get a long term. Get a long term. That's why you're mad. Get a
And there
long
will
term
be
right
no
now.
mercy for any foe who
Stop it.
tries to do us or them harm. We will have no mercy. They understand that. That's why I've been pretty lucky. A lot of people
I've
think,
been
you know,
pretty lucky.
He's looking to fight. He's looking to fight, and things get settled. It's an amazing thing when they really think you mean it.
Did I get clap
In
clap?
recent weeks following
Okay, no,
repeated
I'm back
attacks
up.
on
Yeah,
American
see?
ships and freedom
That's what
of
happens every time, though.
navigation in the Red Sea,
Just YouTube. I
the
got a
United
little too
States
aggressive.
military
Somebody
launched
reported
more
me.
than 1,100
Because I shouted out
strikes
Donald
on the
Trump and told you not to
Houthis
get
in
mad and
Yemen.
to save money
As a
instead,
result, the
so you
Houthis
could
agreed to
outperform the whole entire world like we have
He said,
done.
We don't want this anymore.
So literally, anybody who
First
wants
time
to
you've
take
heard
me
that
off
from
the
them,
air
too. They're
hates
tough.
you,
They're fighters.
and they love Wall
Because
Street, and
days
they want
ago,
you to
we
give your money to Wall
were asked to
Street
cease
because they
targeting
can't make money
commercial-
off of you when you're at all-time highs
They
like
were
this.
Not going to be
Okay?
targeting commercial ships in any
Just
way,
keep that
shape,
in
or
mind.
form, or anything
Just keep that in
American.
mind. Amen.
And they were very happy that
Yeah, the long term's crazy.
we
It's a
stopped.
stick, bro. We're new highs.
But
Look at
we
it.
had 52 days
Look at that,
of
bro.
thunder and lightning.
And they want to take this.
like they've never
What?
seen before.
They can't make
This was
money
a
off of
swift,
you
ferocious, decisive,
if you don't
and
buy the
extremely
shit. You see what I'm
successful
saying?
Use of military
Oh,
force.
man.
Not that we wanted to do it, but they were shooting down ships. They were shooting at you.
Okay, Bitcoin's going crazy now.
Shooting at Saudi Arabia. We don't want them shooting at Saudi Arabia if that's okay. So we hit them hard. We got what we came for, and then we got out. Since January 20th, the U.S. military has terminated 83 terrorist leaders operating across
Okay,
Iraq,
spy
Syria,
running.
and Somalia, including ISIS.
Literally no catalyst. He hasn't even said anything. You had random announcements and then Bitcoin led as your first candle in like 45 minutes. That's green.
Responsible for the attack on 13 American service members at Abigate, that horrible, horrible disaster during this Afghanistan withdrawal. You know, that's another thing that we don't even think about so much anymore. 13 died, but 42 were horribly wounded. But hundreds of people died overall, because I count the people on the other side. Hundreds of people just grossly incompetent. It's probably why Putin decided to go into Ukraine, something he never would have done
bro,
if I were
look.
president. But
They
we
kick
wouldn't have
out a
had
fucking 1,000 of
the
you.
problems of October
2,000
7th
of you.
if I were
Send you to
president. We
Bloomberg.
wouldn't have had Ukraine,
Little
Russia
scammers.
if I were president.
So yeah, you guys are
We
still
wouldn't
having to
have had
connect.
Abigate, because
That's what I'm saying,
there
bro.
wouldn't
It's
have been any
bullshit.
reason we were getting out,
And they
but we
make
were
money
getting out
off
with
of you.
dignity and with strength.
So think
and
about it.
power. But the way
We
they
are
got out was not
outperforming.
good. I think it was the most
We are getting people to not
embarrassing moment in the history
gamble.
of our country.
To win,
And
because
we've
you're
been
not
working
listen. If your
tirelessly
account
to
is up
bring back
20%
all
on the year,
hostages
it's hard to be
held by
outraged.
Hamas. We brought
Think
back a
about
lot
it.
already,
But if you
we're
buy the
bringing back
bullshit,
more.
then And then they tell you to get outraged because you listen to their advice, and yeah.
American hostage.
Ta-da!
Alexander just came out a few hours
yeah,
ago.
bro, come on.
Continue to work
but yeah, I'll go back to it. Shout out Donald Trump and Airbnb. Brian Chesky. I have if you fuck this up, bro. I have a big announcement to make. The Chads will be shocked.
Happened again. If you had probably a different president, but definitely if you had me as president, the people of Gaza deserve a much better future. But that will...
I wouldn't say I'm undefeated. No, I've taken many losses. I've made many mistakes. I am far from perfect.
But that will or can...
I'm just not afraid of a bitch. That's it. I got God, baby. That's it. You're not going against anything else. That's all. I am just not afraid. And I won't be afraid of the truth. Neither should you be.
In the world where people are treated so
Amen.
badly, it's horrible. After years of suffering, two of the nations most ravaged by terror are finally beginning to end their long nightmares under the new generation of leaders. In Lebanon, where a friend of mine has just become the ambassador. He's going to be
Nothing
great.
happened.
Said,
we just had those moves.
A very dangerous job. He said, I was born there. I'm Lebanese. I love that country. I said, but it's very dangerous. You know, this is a friend of mine from New York. I said, but it's very dangerous. Are you sure you want to do it? I never thought of him as being a warrior, but he is a warrior. He loves his country. He said, if I'm injured or die, I'm dying for a country that I love.
Okay, MSTR new high. Bitcoin hit a new high of the day, then chilling.
Great ambassador, I can tell you that. In Lebanon.
In
Which has been
Lebanon.
endlessly victimized by Hezbollah
And Chinese plays are moving
Iran.
still too. Kava.
The new president and prime minister.
Yeah,
brought
Pinduo
the
Duo,
first
Baba.
real chance
We
in
haven't really
decades
talked
for
much.
a more
Baba's still
productive
red.
Partnership with the United States, and we're going to work with their new ambassador and everybody else. Marco, and we're
Watchlist
gonna
was
see if we can really help
perfect.
them out and
Oh
let
yeah,
them
baby.
Get over that.
Let's go, Zero. I'm with
that
you
they're
this
gonna have to
time.
get over.
Let's make some money.
My administration stands ready to help Lebanon create a future of economic
There's
development and
MSTR
peace.
on the
These
Zero
neighbors have
Dono.
Tremendous people in Lebanon. Doctors, lawyers, great professional people. I hear it so many times.
Yeah, JD is the
Likewise in
JD
Syria,
and Pinduo Duo.
which has
Pinduo
seen
Duo is
so
tied
much
to the
misery and
data
death.
or
There is
the
a new
trade.
government that
JD had
will
earnings, and they did good.
Hopefully succeed in stabilizing the country and keeping peace. That's what we want to see in Syria. They've had their share of travesty, war, killing, many years. That's why my administration has already taken the first steps toward restoring normal relations between the United States and Syria for the first time in more than a decade.
Okay, that's what makes me think we're gonna get a Ukraine ceasefire. Because if you don't know the history, Russia is pretty much involved with Syria. That's why when Syria fell, it was kind of bad for us. I don't know why we let them. It was like Syria and China and Russia. So if he's willing to work with Syria, that's going to mess with Russia, or it will give an incentive for Russia to play along.
And
Ta-da.
also with President Erdogan of Turkey, who called me the other day.
So yeah, it's very
asked for a
strategic.
very similar
That's what I'm
thing.
saying. Is that
Among others,
why are you going
friends
for
of mine,
Syria
people
all of
that
a
I have lot of
sudden?
respect for
You
in the
could
Middle
help
East.
limit the
I
amount
will
of
be
allies
ordering
Russia has.
the cessation of sanctions against Syria in order to give them a chance
Wow.
at greatness.
No way. Yeah, dude, there's a ceasefire coming. Yeah, he's removing Syria sanctions. So yeah, think about it. He's gonna give that. That's the subtle olive branch to Putin. So now, yeah, Russia likes that, and China likes that, and China already did a deal. And now, yeah, there's gonna be just my guess, but I think I'm right. It's on the way. There's no fucking way. You just remove Syria sanctions. Wow, Donald, very good act. Donald, you are so progressed, Donald. Thank you, Donald.
The sanctions were brutal and crippling and served as an important...
They kicked you? Yeah, because I'm
really an
explaining
important function,
geopolitics and how to
nevertheless,
make
at the
money
time,
off
but
of
now
it,
it's their
and it
time
is
to
against
shine.
their
It's their time
narrative.
to
So,
shine. We're taking them all off.
of course, you got kicked
They're
out.
gonna have,
1,000 of you at a
I think
time.
they're gonna have
Isn't that
most of the
wild? We
people
have
in the
that
spirit
many
and
people.
everything else that I'm hearing
That there's
about.
even like 1,000
Good
people
luck,
that could
Syria.
come and
Show
go.
us
That's fucking
something
crazy
very
to me,
special
God.
like they've
God bless
done,
you, man.
frankly, in
You
Saudi
know that?
Arabia.
Shout out to Chad,
They're gonna
baby.
Show something special. Very good people. Everywhere we
CEP
can,
now.
my
Watch the crypto
administration
plays.
is pursuing peaceful engagement, offering a strong and steady hand of friendship to all that will take it in good faith. Together, we have made unprecedented strides and tremendous progress, and we're still just at the dawn of the bright new day that awaits for the people
Yeah, bro,
of
it's
the Middle
fucking
East,
up.
the
You
great,
guys just
great
keep getting
people of
kicked
the Middle
out.
East. If the
Now it's saying the
nations
numbers
of
are
this
going
region
up and then
seize
dropping,
this
and then it
moment,
was lower.
put
It's just
aside your
because everybody,
differences and focus
you guys
on the
keep
interests
entering
that
and
unite
exiting
you,
now because it keeps kicking
then
you
all
out.
of humanity will soon be amazed at
They
what
trying to send you to
they will
Bloomberg,
see
dog.
right here in this geographic center of the world. It really is. It's like a center of the world and the spiritual heart of its greatest faiths. For the first time in 1,000 years, the world will look at this region not as a place of turmoil and strife and war and death, but as a land of opportunity and hope, just like you've done right here, a cultural and commercial crossroads of the planet. Security and stability will lift millions into lives of safety and success, and the nations of this region will be free to realize your
I don't know.
highest
Well, either way,
destinies,
watch the
honor your
ads
proud
because I get paid
histories,
off of them.
harness amazing
So thank
new
you.
opportunities,
That's
and
the
bring
only. I'm trying to view the
incredible glory
positive.
to Almighty God. People will come from all over the globe to be inspired by the cities you
Yeah,
build,
LMT.
the
We played
businesses you
RTX
create,
yesterday. Microsoft weighing
technologies
data
you
center
invent,
deal in
and the
United
beauty,
Arab
talent,
Emirates.
and potential
So
you
now
unleash
Microsoft announcement on this.
right in the hearts of your
What's
citizens.
Grawl?
Each of you
Yo,
will be able to
GRAL,
take
Grail,
tremendous
pop
pride in the
15%. It's
legacy
already
you will
up.
leave to your children, because you will have given them the ultimate blessings of prosperity and peace. So important. In the United States, we've launched the golden age of America. It's the golden age. We see
I
it.
do. I get a lot
See
of
it
money
with
from
all
YouTube
that
Premium.
money, trillions and
So then they pay me like you watch
dollars
the ad.
pouring in,
So yeah,
hundreds of thousands
I think I
of
make more
jobs
off
coming in
YouTube
with
Premium.
it. And with the help
Again,
of the
I've only
people
made
of
money off this shit for a couple
the
months
Middle
now.
East,
I'm not used to
people in
this.
this room,
But yeah,
partners
they
throughout
pay
the
good.
region, the golden age of the Middle East can proceed right alongside of us. We will work together. We will be together. We will succeed together. We will win together. And we will always be friends. Thank you.
Peace, bro. Peace.
So, Mohammed, I want to thank you again very much for having
Oh,
me.
Donald, the pleasure
As a
mine, Donald. I
representative
thank you,
of what I
Donald.
think is
Thank
the
you.
greatest nation in the world.
Oh, stop, Donald.
We
You are a
with you
great
all the way,
nation,
and
Donald. Thank
you
you.
have a tremendous future. Thank you
Wow,
very
Donald,
much.
my heart.
And
If
please pay my
Elon
respects to your father.
did
Thank
not
you very
make
much.
this Nazi salute, I would extend my heart, Donald. Wow. So much, America. Wow, thank you, Donald. Well, Donald and Donald. Wow.
So yeah, let's see if they do any questions. I think he might talk with Bin Salman. But other than that, I mean, we're up. We had a little bit of dancing at Euro close. Nothing. There was a lot there, bro. I do think my big takeaway, besides all the investment stuff that we got, and we already saw the reactions. Look at LMT on the low, actually. But the thing, that's what I'm saying, Russia, Ukraine, bro. I'm telling you, I really think that a Russian-Ukraine deal is right around the corner. I think we are going to get a ceasefire with Russia and Ukraine. Because, again, and this is also big, bro. This is a huge thing, honestly, symbolically. You know, the message it sent to the Middle East without Israel, which I don't think a lot of people are comprehending how large that is. You just sent a very big message to Israel, or to Israel and the Middle East, about peace, and with all this stuff, and they were not included. And then now getting Syria walked back, offering Iran either no tariffs or, hey, no weapon, but we'll let you back in. That's wild, bro. So all of this stuff, this is huge, bro. Yeah, no, this was a very, very big event today. Obviously, there was economic stuff in that. You know, I think we got like 1.6 trillion of investments. But, dude, no, this is like, I think the conflicts is a big deal. And like I'm saying, I think this was how we got the China deal. Like I'm saying, Syria, Iran, bro. This was, he gave something, or he is opening up a door for Russia and China, where their interests now, they may, again, it seems like China's caving. Russia is willing to do this. Why? And maybe this is why, because this is huge. He's offered a lot to them right now. So, yeah, we'll see where this takes us. Is that it? I think it's over. All right. Well, there you go. We're popping up a little bit now, but, I mean, you've already been melting again as the market calmed down. Notice crypto. I told you guys that earlier because I brought up crypto on the watch list last night. It didn't move while we were going crazy, and then now everything. Okay, SPY starting to move. I think maybe people might pick up on it, but yeah, I don't know. Should we try to front run it? I genuinely believe ceasefire. Ceasefire, Russia, Ukraine. I think it's on the way. This is way too big of developments for that to not happen. And then we had the minerals deal signed last week, 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, you could go LMT. LMT to the downside. RTX might hold up because the Golden Dome, but I don't know. Fertilizers, maybe. Low-key, the option chain kind of jacked up already. Let's see. That's crazy, actually. You're still holding a lot of war premium. Long wheat? No, wheat will go down. That's what I'm saying. It'll be a deal, ceasefire. So anything that went up will go down now. So LMT will go down. Wheat will go down. Corn will go down. Those are the plays that went up. Do I do Bitcoin? I do. I do Bitcoin recreationally, like just on the weekends. I don't inhale though, so it doesn't count. But just a little recreational BTC from time to time. It helps me go to bed. I think I have a Bitcoin card. I think I had to see my doctor to get my BTC card. It's legal. It's legal. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't like the LMTs. They're too expensive. There's no good cheap ones, and I don't know the time, but ideally that would be the play. I like the general concept. But again, I can't shake this feeling. I think we have a peace deal coming. Or that 30-day, at minimum, I think we're way closer to a 30-day ceasefire with Russia, Ukraine than not. But then the question is, again, how is the market going to play off of that? MSTR, yeah, it's going up. Again, this is playing out perfectly. Like I told you guys, just in the morning, we were talking Bitcoin last night and how important this is. And I told you guys, you don't have to really do anything. Just focus on Bitcoin if you really feel FOMO, right? And motherfuckers wasting our time asking, is it bear market, rally, bull market, playing? Again, I think some of you guys are ops when you keep asking that because I think you're trying to get people to talk about it and get people panicky. But really, if you feel FOMO, I said it on the watch list, Bitcoin is the play you should watch. That's it. Because Bitcoin, liquidity, everything, risk on. If you really feel FOMO and want to chase FOMO, crypto, call it a day. You don't have to overthink it. Like I was saying with Boeing and K-Web, that's it. But other than that, I wouldn't touch I wouldn't really touch anything. Or if you're like, oh, all this stuff, what's going on? You're right. There's a lot of emotions. Bitcoin is the thing that has led the way, has the liquidity. If people are really going to get FOMO-y, I don't think Bitcoin isn't going to FOMO. So I think that's the best area to FOMO, essentially. If you are going to FOMO, I wouldn't FOMO, but the easiest area to FOMO right now is probably going to be Bitcoin. So yeah, not a recommendation. Be careful. This was all on the watch list. Wait for the news. I don't have a Carbo? I thought I have a Carbo. Oh yeah, Airbnb. Okay, do you want my announcement? I have a big announcement for you guys, okay? Are you ready? Oh, wait, is Caroline live? Or did that end? Oh, I have a huge announcement to tell you. Huge, you guys. It's going to blow your mind. Are you ready? So let's start with the long term. Let me pull them up real quick. Wow. So, yeah. This is amazing. So, here are the long terms. We got one more. Colt Sister is still up a lot. But here's the long term. Look at that. New all-time high, bro. Mm-hmm. Oh, yo, baby. Grandma had a great birthday. Oh, dude, I can't believe that too, man. Here's a blessing and the wisdom of all days, baby. Thank you. So, yeah, look at it. Small account, bro. Almost 30K. I can't believe it, man. God is good. Again, that's why it's kind of crazy. I mean, like, dude, $200 a month, $300 a month, and we gonna have a $30,000 account, bro. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. The deposit is gonna look so small now to what this account is worth. That's amazing. So again, like I was saying, you could work anywhere and make a lot, right? Just all about good decisions and investing. Okay, but here's the deal. Airbnb, I love the company. And I love it. And you guys know the long term, right? We don't sell for a minimum of 10 years, right? So here's the deal. And this is a message to you, Mr. Chesky. Airbnb is a good company that makes a lot of money. Unfortunately, I think they are taking that money and I think they are paying themselves and not returning the capital. AKA, they are doing what Snapchat did. I don't think you guys realize Snapchat would be a lot higher if Evan Spiegel didn't dump the stock through stock-based compensation. Think about it. That the billions of dollars that got purchased on Snapchat, if the company wasn't selling underneath your nose, that stock would be up a lot more. They made a fuck ton of money. Make no mistake. Guess what? Airbnb is the same thing. So here's the deal. I've got to learn. And even though I love Airbnb, if I notice by the end of this year, maybe sooner, that they are taking the same route of pillaging their shareholders, I will sell out of it. Yes, I think so. If I start to ever notice a very bad manager of the company, I will sell. So yes, I would be down to get rid of Airbnb if Chesky is going to run this bitch off a cliff. Because again, they make a lot of money and it's good. And for all of you Wall Street, I will hold for a 10-year minimum. But if you start pillaging retail, that will be one reason to get rid of it. And I don't think that's right. Because how do you make $2 billion a quarter? And what are we talking about? They're killing it. And they're making money, but they're taking out $1 billion or more every year for themselves. So if they're going to be snaky, we're not going to participate. So there you go, Airbnb. Chesky, make the most of it. But yeah, you got a clock now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's because that's what it is. I think there's some good companies, but if they're going to do the stock-based comp and all that, you know, maybe I did make a misjudgment. I don't want to sell for 10 years, but I would view it like a dividend cut, a drunken sailor, bro. That's what I'm saying is that if these CEOs start doing it, you know, it's just like, yeah, it's not there. I agree. Airbnb is nowhere close to what Snapchat is doing. But that's why I'm saying this now, because if they go down that route, I'm not going to be a part of it. And I would say that'd be a bad decision. And if we start noticing motherfuckers start driving these companies into the ground outside of the core business, I don't want to be a part of them, unfortunately. Because like I'm saying, like some companies, dude, you got these old dudes managing it. They're making money and they're returning capital. That's it. Like, how come MO? Look at Ultra as a great example. You know, give us an OG name and pay us. But if they're going to take billions and billions of dollars to not reinvest in a proper way or utilize it, and just use it to overpay for their own employees and take the money themselves, and we notice it, we should get away. So yeah, that is something been on my mind recently, and Airbnb has a big announcement. So I hope they do good, but like I'm saying, for the future, individual, if you know people driving a company off a cliff, and it's not the company, it's more the fundamentally what management is doing, I will leave. So yeah, isn't that surprising? All right, SPY doing it again. You had 2 random pops. Ford says to ensure job cuts, we have the right talent, cutting 350 software jobs. How would you notice revenues and everything going up and doing good, but then stock-based comp going up, CapEx going up, spending more money without, just dumping the cash that they're bringing in? This is what Wall Street does. Usually there's so much money to go around, you still benefit, but again, people get greedy. I don't expect them to get that greedy, but after watching Evan Spiegel, I think it's a new world. So just make sure that they're not bullshitting with your money. That's it. It's our company too. We own it. And if they start doing that, and collectively we all own a lot together. So when it's all said and done, if they're not, if that money is just being wasted, CapEx, spending, and it's, again, stock-based comp and the weird other and all these other things, and you're like, wait a minute, where is this $2 billion going? And year after year, quarter after quarter, they're slowly siphoning it off to insiders. We're not going to be a part of that. Fuck that. And KB just had a pop and then came down again. SPY's having these little Pinduo Duo. Those plays are up now, finally, more than I sold them the other day for like 7 a pop, and now they're at like 9 a pop. So they're starting to come up. And then again, MSTR, crypto, all of those plays are moving. Did you sell out of Snap? No, I didn't, but that's what I'm saying. I learned, because Snap was really good. Snap was at $80 or something, and we had a lot, but I saw what was going on. I didn't think they were that dumb. You know what I'm saying? Because I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, of course they're going to pay themselves, but I thought Evan Spiegel was smart enough to keep the gravy train rolling, and he wasn't. He got too greedy. And they dumped all of it. But that's the thing, because you guys will call Snapchat a dud, but it's not. I don't think people really comprehend how much money Snapchat makes now. And they made, and over the last 5 years, bro, Snapchat brought in billions of dollars and billions in profit. They just wasted it. That's it. They took the money. They literally took it themselves. So instead of letting that reflect in the demand and then the shareholders, they just diluted the fuck out of everybody. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Homeboy was making money. If they didn't dilute it like that, they could have just kept, it would have looked a lot better as a share price, and it would have had the same numbers, right? But no, he just diluted the fuck out of everybody. So that's where it just, I'm telling you this, I think Snapchat would easily be trading at 30 a share without all of their dilution. But unfortunately, they diluted. And that's why I'm saying this time around, if we're early and I notice something and it's a good company, and look at Airbnb has quadrupled revenue since we bought it or something. That's amazing. And profits have doubled in EBITDA. It's great. But if we start noticing they're making more money and then wasting it and not giving it back to us, we're out, bro. That's it. I'm not doing it again. So that's what I got to learn from Snapchat. And I still like Airbnb. My Airbnbs make me a fuck ton of money. I think it's a great company, and it could do a lot in many economic environments. Even in a recession, Airbnb is great. But if Brian Chesky is a jackass, it doesn't matter how good they do. So, and I'm here to invest in that company. But if management should get punished if they don't increase profitability and returning capital to shareholders. And if he can't do that after this much money, and they continue to go on a route of spending the money that they're making, I'm not going to participate. So all the CEOs should be on notice. I don't think you should get a free pass for blowing money. No, they're a growth stock, but at the end of the day, like I'm saying, I don't want waste. Trump to attend NATO summit in The Hague in June. Can you send email? You need advice? Sure, I'll get to it after the bell. They repurchased? Yeah, but that doesn't still. The repurchase, you know, most of it goes to insiders. And on the back end, it eventually will. Again, they're better than Snap, but I already see where it's going because they're making a lot of money. Dude, Airbnb is a really good company. That's why I'm like, let that bitch run, bro. You got to unlock it. But the billions of dollars at a time, they're taking it and siphoning it back to insiders still. Even with even if it's a buyback and it may not all be stock-based, the people who get paid first is stock-based comp when the company does a buyback. I didn't. No, man. I'm banning you. So I haven't looked at the document, but I will. But I told you yesterday, and on the watch list, I kindly reminded you that I saw it, and I'm not as involved in it as you are. But you are keep pestering me with it, so I'm banning you now. I'll see you at the end of June, and I'll look at the document eventually. But I don't like being bothered by like that. So thank you. Okay, coin again. And we do got to get ready. We only got 15 minutes. My morning is good, man. We had great plays again. We woke up to gains. Took some profits, and the long term, bro, I'm shocked. Dude, Square, you guys keep calling that one out. It's really running. I don't know if PayPal's moving, but Square, one of the Chads posted that earlier, but now it's doing round 2. I thought it was going to fade. Oh, we got a good philo today. We got a great philo, actually. And again, too, I hope you guys listen to him. Man, even if you don't have a membership, listen to yesterday's philo, you know, for real though. I really do genuinely. I wish you guys well, and believe me, man, my attitude is not. I love you all. But I want good, and I want to see good, and I know people have talent, and we're not gonna waste it. Like I'm even saying for the CEOs, we're done wasting. I don't like to waste anymore. So I encourage you all, take heart, control your mind. Be in the game, lock and loaded, get used to slow, and get used to disappointment. You're going to do fine. But I wish you all the best and take heart. So, yeah, listen to it, man. You know, it's all free. Like I'm saying, you may not have it live, but if you haven't just listened to yesterday's philo, I would give it a listen. Sunrun long term? No, I don't like energy, especially solar for the long term. I love solar as a product, though. That's what sucks, but the companies are wild. And then Broadcom, it's another 3% from the first little pop we saw, if you guys recall that. Yeah, Square and Block are moving. Nvidia is now the second largest company in the world. Apple slips to third. Ooh. Yeah, Nvidia's back up. I sold too early. It looked like I sold the top for an hour. You know, I didn't hear any, but no, now it's back up. I don't know if the premiums are back up. And then the Pinduos, I'm still riding that. I have JDs, but they're not fucking hitting, bro. They wouldn't hit, even after the other stuff. They're literally break even. From China deal to today, the JDs have stayed break even. I could sell out and then they'll pop if you want. But yeah. Pizza, pizza. Where is pizza? Can you sell a few? I'll just sell it. Are you going to hold it? I like the play. I'll sell out. If you want to test it, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to lose $5. I already made a fuck ton today. I don't give a shit. But you have to hold it, though. Fucking JD, bro. We'll see. We'll give it a little bit. Okay, and SPY's working its way up. Everybody should save money. And yeah, not bad of a day. Oh, TSM. Twilio, UAO. Square again. Whatever that is. Share the charts. We'll get to them in a second. But yeah, even then though, I just wanted to say that though. But yeah, there is a scenario where I'd sell Airbnb or any company before 10 years if I notice that ever again. Okay, crowd in cyber. And the whole SPY, now the Qs are ripping. So yeah, get ready, you guys. Remember, we hit 58.99.99 and then went down. And now you're there again, 58.98. You were just at 59.99. Let's see if we break the 5900. Again, a lot of other things move in. Nvidia's back to the high. You got a couple of poppers. Literally, Square is up 5%. Google was going. Now you got a Dabe. Even a couple of healthcare names going up too. Even though XLV's pinned down. Tesla, little popper. So yeah, get ready. We're going to hit it. Dude, AMD, I whiffed on that one. Okay, STX. That was the other whiff for Rooney. Oh, yeah, Palantir really killed it. ONCC. Yeah, K-Web finally is taking off. Again, Baba barely went green. Today was like JD and Pinduoduo. Really, Pinduoduo. Those options are moving. So that was the only other one. Otherwise, China's been relatively quiet. Again, bro, you're hitting the level and then you get a red candle. So it's going to be a little choppy up here. But once again, 58.99. You haven't broken yet. And then we hit it and then you slow down. But again, a lot of other things moving. The high-low ticker bouncing around. Staples on the low still. So yeah, those are going down. UNH is down. $6M, 6 months. Could be abbreviation. Bro, Broadcom. Whoa, and now Nvidia. So yeah, we might make the dude Broadcom. If you took that on the first call, that was amazing. Remember when we started noticing them all? Oh, that was even with the cyber plays. But yeah, Broadcom, now Nvidia. You got Square still going, and then banks. Bank of America, Citi, Morgan Stanley. Bank of America is the ones at the high, and then AMD again too. AMATNet, more cyber plays as well. You're up 1.8 on the NASDAQ. So remember, yesterday was the second biggest day of the year. But yeah, you're up there. UMP. Yeah, I didn't get Broadcom. Again, we had 1,000% Nvidia. I already took that. But other than that, there's some little good ones. Josh Brown, Toast. Kramer, Disney tweet. Oh, my goodness. What's happening? And then Net still going. Now you got Expedia. Josh Brown. Again, Toast is still up from the earnings. Grinder on the high. That makes sense with the bans today. But yeah, that's still going up. And then Toast. Who's the other one? Disney. No, I'm being serious, though. It's on the high. Literally, it's actually breaking out right now. I was just picking up on context clues. So Grinder pop 2.5%. J-Frog. Where's J? That J and then ACM? None of those moved. The only one that moved was VRT and Constellation. Tesla moving and Palant 129. YouTube clap. We're going to move over soon. So don't even trip. It'll be good. But yeah, we had a lot of technical difficulties after I started shouting out Trump and telling you about politics and how you could use history to predict some news. But yeah, happens. It happened. And we did not break out yet, bro. So you did not hit the 5,900. Well, this will be interesting. And then Bitcoin coming down after that little run. AMD again. I whiffed. No. But not bad. But yeah, I think now is a good time to tell you. In a couple of minutes, we are going to be moving over. So if you do not have a membership, you will need one. There's been a lot of gifted memberships, so that's good. And make the most of it because I'll still ban you. All I ask is you follow the rules. So, but if you don't want to hear Jesus, don't get a membership. Let's see. What is today's philo about? It's a good one. I got a lot written down. Is it about Jesus? Oh, I told you guys my dream, right? Hold on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there is a Bible verse today. So, yeah, I do have a Bible verse. So you might... If you don't want to hear that, I wouldn't buy a membership. But if you would like to listen and you would like to maybe get news or you're scared of missing something, you'll want to be there. But if not, you could wait till Power Hour. You have to turn on your membership. So look at the chat. Oh, and they're closing on a house today. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm saying, bro. We're going in waves. This last like 2 weeks, bro. A wave of you got houses again. Look at that, bro. Look at that. Good work, baby. Let's go. Rinse and repeat. A lot more work to do. I love it, baby. That's what I'm saying. And shop and get ready. Email me so I could get you in touch with everybody so you're ready to go. But the long terms, the small, again, even Colt's sister, if you never raised your deposit and you kept it $200 a month, you still got a down payment. That account's at $14,000 today. Again, the other account, $28,000. You could get a house, bro. So start looking. You're not FOMOing. We're not going to rush it, but I want you looking and prepared and ready to go, baby. And then just remember, too, you got to buy me one day. Just down the line, though. That's why. By your, like, 4th or 5th, you might just think about me. I'm just saying. Good work, baby. Let's go. Long term. To be honest, I think I will. I remembered. Somebody said, remember the name. So I've been seeing them. Colt Sister is up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Colt Sister, you know, it might be the most inspiring one because Colt Sister was started the latest, and the deposit never went up ever. She has never raised that deposit. It has been $200 from day one and never gone up. So it came down a little bit, but it was $8 away. But yeah, it's at 14,000. So I'm saying, so like, where was it? Yeah, this account was at $7,000 2 years ago, and she wanted to sell. So remember, she texted me. But yeah, so it's literally, this account doesn't even have Meta. So this account is if you missed Meta, Redfin, anything. There's a lot that it missed because she quit for a little bit. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. But this is what I'm saying. She started with $500, $200 a month. That's it. This one has Netflix. That's it. But she missed out on a couple of the other ones. Because again, when the market went down, she was like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. And then so she missed out on Meta and Redfin, JP Morgan. I think I got her JP Morgan, but not the other one. But yeah, so point is, though, without even raising the deposits, just a nice gain and consistently saving, even this is a small down payment. Again, that's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, you didn't even have to raise the deposit. And even if your income stayed the same, and even if you just took a lit, you'll still have something, bro. Colt Sister was started at 2022, I believe. Tesla! I whiffed on those. I was going to buy them, but I didn't. Yeah, Tesla breaking out now. UK, big job. No, that's not it, but Tesla breaking out. Bro, you have so much going right now. I'm surprised we haven't hit the 5,900. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you got so many breakouts and now Tesla, but we cannot go up 3 points. So I think it's waiting. It's probably going to rip 10 or 7 to 13 points if it really breaks out. But if not, then yeah, it'll keep doing this. But 59.30, 59.13 to 17, those are your next levels. It might take Apple, yeah. Hey, yo, welcome. Hi, Dave. Hi. That's his name is Hi, Dave. So, hi, Dave. Jeffrey says it's a red line if Dem members are arrested over protests at ICE facility. Yeah, this Saudi thing, in Starlink, Musk announced it himself. $120K in savings, no income besides stocks. Would you still buy a house? Yes. Why do you have no income? How do you have no income? How did you get $120K? If it's all stocks, then definitely get a house. That's what people don't realize. Bro, if you buy a house and you want to trade for a living, do you not realize that if you fail, your house is going to take care of you? And that your house has the place you live? And that gives you security? So one of the best things, although I think you should still get other income besides trading, I think one of the best things if you want to trade for a living is to own a home. Because again, that's your you should own your office and make that an investment that could at least support your lifestyle. So yes, definitely. 100%. But I would try to find income. And again, the thing I've been talking about is that this is how you guys are going to start parlaying your assets into higher levels safely. Oh, Keenan, 10? Bro, we got mad donos today and even this whole week, bro. So let's go, man. Thank you for paying the plug. A lot of good hits and a lot of love shown by the Chad, baby. Let's go. So there you go. That means less of you will miss out now. Honestly, I don't know. I think most of you should be covered. This is amazing. We have Meta in the long term. We do. We bought Meta in front of everybody, then posted it on YouTube, and then sent out a text message at $92 about 2 or 3 years ago. So yes, we have Meta. It's one of our best gainers. That was fun. So get a long term. And follow along too, because I don't want you guys to miss out by falling behind. Coma G20? Bro. Let's go. Yeah, ECB Villeroy says another rate cut likely by summer. And then he blames tariffs fueling inflation in U.S., not Europe. But before tariffs, I told you Europe would bring inflation. I think somebody's lying. I don't think I am. Villeroy. 14, bro. 20. It's a lot of members, bro. Thank you. And then look at Adriel. So turn on your gifted memberships. Because like I said, you guys, we have a standard here. And I'm going to hold it. So I have no problem banning anybody, okay? But I'm very grateful because I know a lot of the members, they have fun. They think it's kind of funny when I ban people. But they also know the benefit you could get from here. So thank you to you guys who are helping open up a door for the people and the new guys. And though there wasn't always a paywall, look at these chats that are they're opening up a door, bro. So thank you guys for allowing me to uphold my standards, but you're also helping people too. So thank you. I appreciate it for real. Man. But on that note, it's time, you guys. It's time to move on over. INM. Didn't we see that the other day? So, yeah, get that membership. But if you don't want to hear it, then I feel you. You don't need it. But, yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about Jesus. And then breaking news happens. Breaking news happens. I can't control it. So, Jay again! Dog, what is happening? Bro, there's been I think another 100. We had 100 members the other day. Let's go. And that feels good, man. Because long term's at all-time highs too, man. You know what I'm saying? Another one. Randall. Oh, Aiden. Lee. Go 50! Bro. No. Stop it. Dog, y'all better turn on your membership gifts. You know that? Because literally, bro, there's more members than... And so there shouldn't be a reason why any of you miss Philo unless you just hate Philo. Do you not... Look at it! Is it Christmas? I swear it's Christmas. It feels like Christmas. My long term at all-time highs. They keep giving me memberships. Zero's throwing $100 bill. Is it Christmas? It feel like Christmas? Jingle bells, the long term's at the highs. Bloomberg lies, CNBC tries, and Josh just gets the buys. Hey. Stop it. God bless Chattadoni. Thank you, guys. Are you kidding? You guys have no excuse now. Literally. No, Josh, there's a paywall. There's not a paywall. You know that? Because these generous Chads, they're generous. You know that. They're very generous. Look, they're generous. They were the guys upholding the burden for years. These are the guys who are coming in, bro. And they're doing the work. They're benefiting off of it. And now, look at that. There is no excuse. I tell you, this guy, I don't think I've met more generous people. I've met people with different genders, but not this generous. It's amazing. These people, great people, generous people, the most generous. Generosity. That's what it feels like. These guys, I'm telling you. They made a way for all the Chads, young Chads, old Chads, big Chads, little Chads, large Chads. I don't know Chads. Some Chads don't know. They don't even know who they are. But still, they're generous. Wow, thank you. I'm telling you, I'll make today a holiday. We'll call it Christmas number 2. That's what it feels like. My goodness. Oh, yeah. U.S. issues new Iran-related sanctions. What? I thought... Oh, dude, the Twitch is turning up! Chad, I'm just trying to get to Philo, bro. And y'all just... That's it. You freed the Chads, bro. Thank you. Thank you. And that's why, too, man, above all else, turn on your gifted memberships. And if you get one, though, make the most of it. Okay? Because I know these Chads are hoping that one of you, at least one of you, gets a long term. Because like I'm saying, 49 are going to get banned, but the one who gets a long term will become a Chad forever and become a millionaire. So amen. So let's go. Make the most of it. That's all, bro. Amen. Read the rules. Lock in. Watch your watch list. Let's go. Oh. Well, thank you, bro. All of y'all. So listen, although I appreciate the vibes, I'm going to end this now before y'all give me more so we can move to Philo and praise the Lord. Amen? Amen. That's what, man, no. Let's go, baby. So, Chad, I love you. And God bless you, Les. This is amazing. So let's move on over, though. Is this the right link? Hold on, let me get the right link. U.S. targets one individual and several entities. So, yeah, that's it, man. So, God bless you all, man. For real. Thank you. And y'all bought memberships. You got the memberships. Ethereum's going crazy. But, yeah, we'll talk about it when we get to Philo, man. For real. Let's do it, bro. Let's do it. Let's do it, baby. Rocking the OG Uncle, baby. And thank you, Twitch. All of y'all. So, let's have a good one, man, and make the most of it. If anything happens, we'll be here. Otherwise, you wait till Power Hour. And God bless the Chads, baby. Peace.